So, hi everyone. I'm trying to work out what I'm muting and what I'm unmuting. Same as yesterday. Right, okay. Just 1 second. I've just got to press this button. And I hope that doesn't break it. Okay. Can you all see me, hear me? Is it working? That's what I need to know. I think so. I think we're all good to go. It's this you can hear. You can just always hear it ever so slightly. Hello, do say hi if you just joined me, because I need to check the comments working, please. Make sure you are all good. Hi, Beverly, how are you doing? Thank you. You're the first up today to say hi, so that's good. Hi, everyone. Hi, Barbara. Hi, April. Hi, James. Hi, Tony. All good. Everybody's in, present and correct, jolly good. We have got an epic show. I'm really sorry it's really dark. We're in our hotel room because it was too hot yesterday. And so they did invite us back very kindly, but it was so hot. So we thought we'll do tonight from here. So we're in our hotel room. It's a very nice room. And there's loads. We've got a little lounge area, but it's totally dark in the lounge area. So we tried to move out a little bit to give you a bit more light, but I do appreciate that I am looking a bit blue-white. The gemstones are the right color. I've tested that on the stage below. So that's all good. Hi, Candy. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Monica. Hi, Katrina. Hi, Julie. Hi, Karen. Everybody's ready because we have got so many amazing gemstones for you this evening that we can't even begin to describe. Now, unfortunately, my promotional videos have not been loading onto Instagram, so you haven't seen anything that I've done since I've been here because they've just chosen to load. When I get back to the UK, you're going to suddenly have all these amazing videos fly your way, but for now, you've missed out on all my promotional material. Luckily, Emily's doing a cracking job, so you've got a really good idea of what's coming up. We have got loads of amazing beads, loads of brand new materials. We have got a Larimar showcase that will blow your mind, absolutely. We've got things like little donuts. I'm looking over there because they're over there. We have got some findings. We've got at least 3 new gem materials for you. We've got showcase, we've got chunky beads, we've got slices, we've got all sorts of different gemstones. It is going to be mega. I hope you are ready. Price points start £4.50, I think, was the Amazonite, wasn't it? £4.50. Prices start at £4.50 and they go up to, that's a drum roll, by the way, £1,300. Oh, how exciting that will be. Johnny, do you want to move the ironing board out the back of the... So all I can see is the ironing board. Not yet on YouTube, aren't we? It says I've got, let me tell you, 6 viewers on YouTube, James. So that's weird that you can't see me on YouTube. Hi, Christine. Hi, Beverly. Beverly's watching on YouTube. All good. Hi, Claire. Hi, Abby. How are you doing? Hi, Sandra. Sandra says you are on YouTube. She's watching me on YouTube. That's Johnny out there doing that. We have had the best day, haven't we? We've had such a nice day. We didn't have to get up till lunch. That was always a bonus. So we had 5.5 hours sleep, I think it was, apart from poor Emily, who didn't get sleep because she was too excited by the live, which does happen. I often think that must be what it's like. Sorry, I've got something in my eye. It's really annoying me. Must be what it's like if you go on theatre and you do a theatre performance and you kind of come off with this energy. Adrenaline. And sometimes when you come off the live, you're pumped full of adrenaline. I didn't feel it last night, but Emily obviously did, and then she didn't sleep. Johnny was asleep before I went to bed, so he was fast asleep. So it's all good. We had a great day. We went out. We got coffee, which was the best coffee I've had. I'm new to coffee, though, so you probably can't take mine as the most amazing experience. But it was nice coffee, wasn't it? Really nice coffee. Then they ordered us in breakfast, which was lunch, because we didn't go to work until lunch, which was noodles. And they came in this pot. And underneath was the sauce of the noodles, and then you lifted the lid and tipped your noodles in. It was right fancy. We should have filmed that. You should have filmed that. If we have noodles again, we'll film that for you. So we had noodles, which took about 40 minutes to eat. They just took forever to eat, didn't they? So we were sitting there working and eating noodles. Then we went gemstone shopping, and we did loads of different shops today. So the plaza that we're in the Lee One Plaza, is an enormous plaza. and it's got 6 levels. It is absolutely madness. It's like a maze, and there's sort of behind the shops, and it's just never ending. It's absolutely incredible. So we haven't even been around 2 floors, I don't think, in total. We're not even near to that. So we went round and we selected even more gemstones, a huge volume of different bits and bobs, and we tried to be clever. We got some findings that matched, so we went out to the finding manufacturers as well and had to look in there. We've just got all sorts of different gemstones. I don't think we didn't have lunch then, did we? Because we'd had lunch for breakfast. Yeah. So that was good, because we could do with skipping some meals. And then we were invited out by Mrs. Dong and our Larimar King for dinner this evening, which was just phenomenal. It was a phenomenal evening. And we went for hot pots, which is a really popular way of eating here in China, quite a trendy way of eating. And in the middle of the table is a big boiling pot of beef stock. So Emily couldn't eat any of that. So she's like, hey, I'm vegetarian. So they found you some vegetables and then tried to put them in the beef stock. And we're like, no, don't do that. And we had a normal amount of food. No, we had an excessive amount of food. And Johnny ate an extremely excessive amount of food. Then they gave him beer, and they tried to give him cigarettes. And I was like, no. The mother in me jumped right out. You are not feeding my child cigarettes. Yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. It was brilliant. And they were so funny. And so welcoming. You can't understand the hospitality that you receive here, considering they've never met Emily. Mrs. Dong's been to our house, so she's met Johnny before, but the other suppliers have never met Johnny. You know, they're so generous and kind and thoughtful, and Mrs. Dong brings us food all day and all night. And when we left the restaurant, she packed Johnny up a pack-up, and she gave him a bag of lychees, a whole pot of watermelon, enough to feed a family of about 15, and drinks, unlimited Diet Coke, a packet of peanuts, because he'd really like peanuts, so got his own peanuts to take away. Spoilt. This kid is spoilt. He's been invited, haven't you, to stay in China, to run a gemstone shop with them in China, to be so involved. It's been absolutely amazing. And in amongst there, we've seen some great gemstones. We also had a moment today where I was left in the moss agate shop, which was a heaven in a shop. Absolutely incredible moss agate through to fancy jaspers, carnelians, just amazing. So I was in there. I said to Johnny, go and get Emily, because Emily has to do the marketing, so she gets left behind for Emily. And so Johnny went to get Emily, and he's on a different floor. So we're in the basement, and I said, you've got to go to the 5th floor. He goes to the 5th floor. Emily's not there. So he rings Emily. Emily says, I'm on the 5th floor. And he's like, well, you're not there. So he goes to the other floors, just in case Emily's a bit daft, and he can't find Emily anywhere. And it turns out we were in a totally different building, and we had no idea that we'd crossed through the building. So then I'm sitting there doing my thing with my moss agates, having the time of my life, and an hour's gone past, and Johnny's been missing for an hour. And then they both come in, and they had to go outside, and they were soaked. Johnny's got a white top on, and you can just see straight through his top. And the girls in the moss agate shop were like, oh, just absolutely saturated. And we had no idea that it was actually 2 big buildings that look identical. I didn't know we'd moved into another building, and there must be a way to cross through that we'd done without going outside, but they had to come outside. It was all very funny. We've had an amazing day. It's been brilliant. And loads of amazing gemstones. Also some terrible ones, absolutely terrible. Loads of fakes, loads of dyed, loads of really poor quality stuff. But in amongst all that are some cracking finds. I'm so glad we came. We've really found some real corkers for you. And the show that we put together today is really curated. So it's not hundreds, and sometimes we do a live with 250 lines. It's not that many lines, but they are really thought out, excellent price points, unusual gemstones. There is something in there for the collectors. We do have a Larimar collection. I put it quite early on so that if you're not interested in the beads, then you can turn us off if you wish to do so. You don't have to, though. You could just watch, but it's up to you. Hi to my husband. Candy says, I've got you on YouTube on my telly. Hi, Candy. Hi, Mary. Justin's worried about Abby now because she's found me. Hi, Catherine. Jenna's in on time tonight. Hi, Jane. Yeah, hot Chinese hot pot is brilliant, isn't it? Hi, Tracy. He's eaten everything. Johnny's eaten so much that they can't believe how much he eats. Hi, Zara. Missed me in class today. I've missed my goldsmithing class. I've only got one left now and I'm so upset. But hi, thank you for watching. Hi, Nisha. Hi, Jill. And hi, Christine. Just stay, Jill. Stay. We like it when you're there. It's amazing. Oh, thanks, dear. That's my husband saying you're the safety net. Everyone gets top quality. Absolutely. That's what we're here about here. All about here at Charmers Gems is we are all about quality, value for money, finding you something a little bit different that's going to make your jewelry stand out or your collection just the ultimate collection. That's what we're here. You've lost sound. Sandra's lost my sound. Has everybody lost my sound? Hi, Elaine. How you doing? You can share our live if you're on Facebook. We'll be very grateful if you did share a live. We would really appreciate that. I'm not sure you can do that on YouTube. I don't understand how YouTube works at all. So I'm not sure that you can do that. Right, now, I'm just going to move this wire because this wire looks a little bit precarious. It's going to catch on something. It's all taffled in everything. Oh, sound is good. I can hear you. I think it's just you, Sandra. It's a red wire. Could you see that there? There we go. Right, we have got a second camera. Welcome if you have just joined us. We are live in China. So hopefully the internet's going to play nicely. We have hotspotted every device we have, so it's all good. It's brilliant. It's going to be a brilliant show. Shall we crack on? Let me tell you the admin. If you wish to make a purchase this evening, all you have to do is type the code that I give you into the comment section. That's how straightforward it is. You type the code in. Each item has a unique code. There are multiples of most of the items in tonight's show. If it is a single item, then I will tell you it's a single item. And then it goes to the first bidder that I see. So you type the code into the comment section. If you want to purchase more than one, and some of the gemstone strands you are absolutely going to want to purchase more than one of this evening, you times by the quantity that you require. So if the code, for example, is 1EX, you would times 1EX times 10. That would make our night. If you just want to, just put times 2. But otherwise, just put the one code. Post and packaging is totally free. You need the code PP China. That will be in your emails. It will be on our social media. It will be on our website. It will be everywhere. So don't worry. You're not going to forget that. So don't worry. And it is an estimated 8-week delivery period from anything you purchase from our lives on location. Everything that remains from this evening's show will go into our pop-up shop. And this is a special part of our website that goes live while we're out of the country. We populate all the gemstones in there while we're away, and it will stay open until midnight on Tuesday. It should maybe have some gemstones in it now. It has, yay. A team back in the UK, thank you to Lisa and Mick, who are doing the photos in the UK. I've managed to populate yesterday's live onto the pop-up shop now, so you can go and shop there now. And there's some really cool stuff apart from the Larimar at the end of the show, which couldn't go on last night. But the other items are still in the pop-up shop. So everything from today's live, we hope to get onto the pop-up shop. Unless it sells out, then it doesn't go on. That's how simple it is. There are a few low stock items, but not too many. So that's all good. Oh, digital. That's exciting. Lovely. Right. If you're on YouTube, you can bid on YouTube if you have an account. You can't bid on YouTube if you don't have an account. So, but you can, I can see you when you say hi. I think that means that you've got an account. If you're on Facebook, we stream through another platform. You need to put us horizontally to get the full size of the screen, because I'm about to open up another camera, so you'll get a close-up camera angle on the gemstones. There are a couple of shadows this evening, and it is the correct color gemstone. I know I look a little bit white. I think that's an understatement. I look a little bit blue, I think. So right, excellent, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. It's been good fun so far. We are on it. Okay, let's do this way. Maybe no, that's going to pull that way. Sorry, the wire that I decided to move, I couldn't move. It had to come this side. Let's move that side. I'm going to put my second camera down here, although the wire is a little bit loopy here. Right, Johnny, you're on it, darling.
Ready for the first one?
We are ready for the first one. Have I told you all the admin? I think so. This is our second stage. Let me just try and move that out of the way for you. Thank you very much. And we are starting with some, is this number 1? No, Johnny, that's number 4. Yes, it is. We're not starting with that one. And he had a snooze. He was more rested than me and Emily. Just 1 second. Thank you very much, Johnny. We are starting with some Mojave. So this is a very, very popular material that we sell in cabs when we're in India. And we do the spiny oyster, which, as you can see from the strand that I just picked up just now, we will be doing later on. But actually, we've got a couple of lines of this. Now, this is a constructed and dyed material, but it's lots of fun. It's quite affordable, and I know it's really popular. So they construct it. It has got genuine turquoise in there, but they do dye it. It has got shell, and it tends to be knitted together with copper. So you get a sort of little bit of everything inside. It is dyed and constructed, but it is a great, fun, colourful gemstone. I'll pop it onto the wrist as well so that you can see there what it looks like. I know my lights are a little bit shady, sorry. There's not a lot I can do about that at the moment, but the colours are true, so we're all right. Okay, there you go. That's it there. Nice and bright, isn't it? Are you ready for your first code, people? You're going to need fast fingers tonight because there's lots and lots of codes. These are only £7.50 in an 8mm strand. 150MR is your code. It is constructed and dyed. That's what the ticket says. 8mm, £7.50. We always tell you any treatments that have occurred to the gemstones, apart from stabilization, because stabilization actually is carried out on nearly all the gemstones that are made into beads and cabs. So we just generally say that stabilization, but if anything's dyed or any other treatment has occurred, then we will let you know. It's really important to us as a business. I've got one for Tony Davies, 150MR is your code, and it is £7.50. I was going to say, it can't just be Tony who wants something bright and colourful in their makes. I've got one for Louisa Gall, one for Karen Burrows. I think I do have a bit of a lag. It's a bit jumpy on my side, so I hope it's all right your side. And you'll forgive our beautifully handwritten tickets. We were going to print them today, and then I forgot the stickers, so we didn't do that. Any more for any more? 150MR. Let's move on. You're not going to get to sit down, Johnny. It's going to be busy. Thank you. And then Johnny puts them away in a bag, and they're gone forever. Until we populate them onto pop-up shop, that is. So 150 for Catherine Woolard, one for Marie Dunkley, Lynn Blewett. These are, so you get spiny oyster from in jewellery from Alex, and I've got that coming up in a bead as well. We sometimes do these in cabs when we're in India. We see it in little blocks, although I don't think we've done it for a few years, Christine, so maybe we haven't seen it for a while. But yes, very, very similar. It's called Mojave. It's the same, it is the same material, just a different colourway. So this one's got your purples, your blues, your oranges in there. This one is the 6mm version. It's 151NQ for £6.50 for your 6mm version. If you wish to purchase more than one, all you have to do is times by the quantity that you require. So you put 151NQ and you times by 2, by 5, as many as you want. They are nice and bright and bold. So something different for your makes. The shadow is really annoying me, but I don't think there's a way.
Is it this light?
Let's turn that off. No, it didn't make any difference at all, really.
No.
Could you put that one back on? I think it makes it even worse. Thanks. Sorry, everybody. Maybe if I go that way, because I think it's the shadow. Let's try and use this arm. No, it's all right, thanks. Let's stick like that. Right, sorry. 151's got one for Tony Davis, one for Karen Burrows, Hazel Westwater, Jane Ledyard, Tracy Merrick. Anyone else for a 151, which is your 6mm Mojave? Nice and affordable. Thank you very much. Next one, please. I've got with me here, out in China, we've got Emily, who's our marketing manager, who you will have met if you've been following us for a while. She does all our fabulous marketing, everything from our social media through to the emails and just about everything else that maybe isn't marketing, quite a lot of it. And then we've also got Johnny, who's our assistant 2.0, who has done a good job so far, haven't you, Johnny? He's loving the gemstones, aren't you? No comment. He can now recognise 2 gemstones. So you can recognise amethyst and not laminar, Larimar. That's it. I've got a 151 for Katrina Durrant as well. These are little rectangles. They're very cute, aren't they, Mojave? I just thought they were cute. This is, let's have a look, 152 mg. They're about 7 millimeters in length. For £6, 152 mg. Beverly says, Johnny, the CEO. Indeed, that's the aspiration. 152 mg, £6. What your laptop's phone up there? Oh, what's that? Button. Possibly the wrong button. 152 mg for £6. It said something.
Yeah, and then just always press cancel.
Oh, I pressed OK.
Oh.
I don't know what's going to happen now. I've got 1 for Tony Davis, 1 for Tracy Merrick, 2 for Shristi Ray, I think it is Shristi, isn't it? 1 for Mary Ruth Burkitt, 152 mg, just something totally different. Nice shape, aren't they? 1 for Lynn Blewett.
Got 1 for Tracy Merrick.
Yeah, 1 for Tracy Merrick, thank you. 1 for Karen Burrows. Nice and bright and colourful. On to the next one. Only just started, Gemma, but you're going to love the stuff in tonight's show. I've been walking around saying, Gemma would like that, Gemma would like that. And then buying it all up, Gemma. We've bought it all up. Next up, right, this is the Spiny Oyster Mojave, which we sometimes get in jewellery from Alex and in cabs as well. This is the orange and turquoise colour. It's not as vivid as the pieces that we do get. They're from India, the other ones. This is the Chinese version, but it's still quite pretty. And if you've got those pendants, then it matches. You can have a lovely matching stretchy bracelet. 152 for Jane Ledger, 1 for Jenny Lawson. Thank you. This is your 8mm round in your Mojave Spiny Oyster, and the code is 153GJ, and it is £8.50. Any completed during tonight? Not in tonight's live, no. If you are able, we are doing an additional live tomorrow morning at 9:30. You know we like to make it as hard for ourselves as possible. So we're going to come on to that later. I don't know if there might be able to get a bit of jewelry in there, Christine, but 153GJ, £8.50 for your Spiny Oyster Mojave with the orange and turquoise. That's your Spiny Oyster, 153. I've got 1 for Hazel Westwater, 1 for Louisa Gall. Right, now, could you pass me the little metal findings, please, for this one? Thank you. Right, next up, I'm hoping this is going to come up. They're here under the... that's it. Right, next up, so we found an abalone and mother of pearl specialist. So we picked up these amazing pendants. So this is the abalone pendant, and you can see it's a flat rectangle. So abalone is always reconstructed, just to let you know. So if you look at the side of it, you can see that it is it's created by attaching the abalone to the top surface. This is to make it more durable. It's a very thin shell. But you can see it's really, really pretty. And these ones have got a top drill here, so quite a juicy top drill. So what we did is we went out and we found you a sterling silver pinch bail, which you can purchase separately in a minute, she says, never having really used a pinch bail very much. So you can actually make that simply. That's how simple that is if you've never made jewelry before. You don't need any tools because I'll show you again in a second. And then you can make it into a pendant. So we're going to bring it to you now without the bail. So you're going to get the pendant with the hole already drilled. We don't do it undrilled. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to hold it to you this way as well because it's very, very shiny. So you can see that. It's quite a sizable pendant. You can see against my dress is 40 by 30 millimeters. Sorry, it's so shiny. It's blinding everyone with all the lights, isn't it? It's trying to get it to look a little bit less shiny, but it doesn't want to. It's a really beautiful piece of abalone. So this one is 154ZY. It's £19.50. It does have that top drill. We've also seen them making macrame necklaces with loads of different shell beads and things off the top of these, and some other styles. Now I'm going to show you how to do your pinch bell again, and the pinch bell is coming up in a couple of codes time. So this is the pinch bell, and it is already a split pinch bell, so you don't need any tools. Let me try and get it a bit close for you. So you can see there it's got this bar in the middle that's been cut already. You just pull the bar, she says, not too wide, and we don't recommend you do this regularly. You should really just do it once. You then pop the little peg into the hole, and you squeeze, and can you see at the back there is now going to meet the hole at the other side, and that is it. How stunning is that? And there you've made a really simple pendant that you can now hang from a chain like that, and that is your simple piece of jewellery. So that is your abalone, that one, which is 40 by 30 millimeters, 154ZY for £19.50. And we've also got 3 mother of pearl options for you as well. And then we'll bring you the pinch bale. So I'm just going to give this one. Thank you. And these are your mother of pearl discs. But these are sterling silver. The bales are all sterling silver. This is your mother of pearl, which is absolutely beautiful. The iridescence on here is just gorgeous. Huge round disc. This is a 50 millimeter. And again, it's got that top drill so that you can attach the bale at the top. Like that. And easily make it into a pendant if you want to. I have got a terrible lag, so I'm really sorry. 2 154s, one for Jackie Robson, one for April Leask. Isn't that pretty? One for Marie Dunkley. The code for your round 50 millimeter mother of pearl disc is 155JT for £19.50. 155JT. And again, I'm going to hold it up here, and I hope it doesn't blind you with its shininess. It's just too shiny. Massive, massive, massive. Very pretty. 155JT. That's for the round one. We've also got it for you in a pear shape. Yeah, don't worry, Christine. I'll be doing that before I bring you on the price. Don't worry. Thank you. This one is the pear shape, and it is 50 by 40 millimeters. So lovely large piece mother of pearl if you want a bit of a different shape. Again with your top drill there, so your pinch bell will also fit this one. So I can hear myself. I'll try and turn it down a bit. No, it doesn't turn down. It's most annoying. This is 156NI. 50 by 40 millimeters for your pear shape, teardrop shaped. 156NI. I'll take that one. And then the last one in these lovely large mother of pearl discs, because these are really excellent quality. So look at the iridescence across that surface, really beautiful. This is your oval, again 50 by 40, all double-sided as well, so it doesn't matter which way you keep your mother of pearl. And the bell is the same. This one is 157 TN. Right, I'm going to try and get you to do an emoji drop for me because I think it's all a little bit stuck. So let's give you, if you could drop me some emojis, let's see if we can wake it up. I know our internet is not the best here in China. We've really struggled with the internet. So if you don't mind just doing an emoji drop, I'm just going to remove this screen for a second. That's going to upset our microphones, isn't it? No, I think it's all right. Hi, Karen, how are you doing? Oh, look at all these beautiful emojis. Emojis coming in there from YouTube as well. Thank you very much. Johnny, that's attached to the laptop. Loads of emojis. Brilliant, thank you. Oh, that's a bit better. Let's hope it's woken it back up now. Right, let's add it back onto the stage. Here we go. Right, okay, now we've done the mother of pearls and all our emoji drops. We're going to do your bales. Okay, so you're going to get 3 bales in the pack. I am going to show you my dealer's notice. My dealer's notice is here. That's not it, wrong way round. This is our dealer's notice, and it's a legal requirement that you show this every time you sell precious metal or metal, in the UK. So that is absolutely essential for you to show as well. If you are selling jewellery by any means at all, even if it's on your website, you must have a dealer's notice. You can get that from Birmingham Assay Office's website. It's totally free. You can print off your own. Okay, so these are your sterling silver pinch bales. I've opened most of mine up already. You're going to get 3 pieces in the pack. They're approximately 10 millimeters. I wasn't really sure how you went about measuring them. I'm not a findings expert. So I've got a 155 for Christine, please. So they are, you're going to get 3 pinch bales. Let me give you that code for £8.50. 158AY for your 3 pieces for £8.50. I've got one for Tony Davis, who had snuck the code from on the desk there, Tony. It's very good. If you wish to purchase them, then you just type this code into the comment section, which is 158AY. If you want to purchase more than 1 pack, then you times by the quantity that you require. Emily says you can measure the length and the drop. Okay, I have bought my ruler just in case. Yes, most of these are, hi Shaz, how are you doing? Most of these items will go into the pop-up shop, so they'll be there for you to purchase. So total length from top of bale to the bottom of the bale is 20 millimeters. The length from inside the pinch bale is about 7 millimeters to the bar. So I hope that helps. Yeah, the sterling silver will also go into the pop-up shop. I just kind of lost my place. I blinked and missed the comments. Just a second. I think £8.50 for 3 pinch bales is excellent value for money. We do plan to bring you other products that require a pinch bale over the course of the next couple of days as well. So keep that in mind. So even if you just bought 1 piece of the large pendants, you should be able to have the opportunity to purchase other items as well. Do you want to carry on, Emily, or do you want me to start reading?
Good to go. So
okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Gosh, she's speedy today. I've got 1 for Karen Atkinson, Claire Reed, 3 for Mary Ruth Burkitt. I just told this here for you. Look. I've got 1 for Tracy Merrick, Jane Ridge, Tony Davis has already got one, sorry, Sharon Barker, Karen Burrows, April Leask, Marie Dunkley, 2 for Katrina Durrant, 1 for Chris Puffer, 1 for Christine Jamal, 1 for Lynn Blewett, 1 for Karen Garner, and 1 for Julianne Watts. Okay, that's all the bids I've seen. If I haven't seen your bids, I'm not ignoring you. I just haven't seen them, and you need to try and unblock yourself with an emoji or write the code inside a sentence. I've got another 1 for Jane Ridge, please. 1, oh no, wait a minute. 2 for Claire Stewart. Did I say Claire Stewart? Maybe. No. 2 for Nicola Bell. 1 for Karen Croft. This is your sterling silver pinch bale, 3 pieces, £8.50. I'll just give everyone a second. I'm going to bring them to you in a gold-plated version as well. Ooh, what a treat. I can see you, Nicola. Don't worry, we've got yours. 158AY. Okay, let's move on to the gold-plated version. Now, I've only picked up 2, but you get 3 in a pack. I can't do everything right all the time. Okay, right. So this is your 3 pieces of gold-plated sterling silver. £8.50 again, 159AA is your code. And you do get 3 pieces, but there's only 2 pieces that I managed to pick up as a sample. And I did the same with, we've got a chain coming up later as well, and I did the same with that. I forgot to pick up the silver version. So 159AA for £8.50 for 3 pieces, okay, of your gold-plated sterling silver. They didn't know the thickness of the gold plating, so I'm going to state that it is flash-plated because I couldn't get, didn't translate, I'm afraid. So let's go worst case. 1 for Tony Davis, 1 for Karen Garner, and that is your gold-plated sterling silver. Exactly the same bale, same thing, just in the gold colour. 1 for Nikki Stevenson. Oh, wait a minute. I've got Lynn Blewett. 2 for Claire Stewart. I think it looks quite nice in the gold. Same again, you just pull it apart. I've got 1 for Mary Ruth Burkitt. Annette Catchell. 1 for Sharon Barker. See, I'm all fingers and thumbs. This is why I don't wear jewelry. Don't make jewelry, because there we go. There we go. Go on, in you go.
I think the gold looks really good as
Oh,
well.
it does. This looks really nice, doesn't it? That's really lovely. 1 for Wendy Garrett. Hi, Wendy. I'm gonna hold it up for you there. Oh, you can't. It's just like it's so shiny. It's like a mirror.
It's good with your dress too, actually.
It does. I'm liking the gold. I bet the abalone will look nice with this dress. It's like a peacock. And a 158 for Wendy as well, please. They're so pretty. Right, okay. 159 for Jane Ridge. And you get 3 pieces in the pack there. That's that one. Done. Get it in the bag. Oh, got it.
These 2 confirm.
Yes, but we need those for another show, so we need to make sure we don't leave these behind. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Wendy. Right, okay. Now I've got here 2 abalone discs, which are 25 millimeters each, and these are also top drilled. And I just thought they would make fabulous, very, very shiny earrings. And we don't have a finding for these. I presume you can attach a jump ring and a shepherd's hook, or some of you very clever people will come up with an amazing way to make them into earrings. So I don't think you need a pinch bell. I think, well, you could make them into pendants, I suppose. But these 2 pieces you get in your pack. The code is 160NG, and they're just £5.50 for the 2 pieces. So great value for money. They're really lovely quality. You've got your mother of pearl at the back there. They are constructed, and then you get the abalone on the front, and they're really pretty. They said they'll try and match the pairs as best they can for us as well. They're really helpful actually in the shop, weren't they? I picked up 2, and they were like, no, we can make a better pair than that. So, and they drilled them for us, didn't they? They actually drilled them in the shop. Did you put it on social?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so you might have seen that they drilled them for us. I so need a drill. And yes, it was just, yeah, brilliant. We were like, oh, they'd be so much better drilled. And then they just did it. Absolutely fantastic service. Right, okay, I've got 2 for Candy Barnes, 1 for Shristi, 1 for Tony, Tracy Merrick, 2 for April Leask, 2 for Marie Dunkley, 1 for Jackie Robson, 2 for Wendy Garrett, 1 for Catherine Woolard, 2 for Claire Stewart, 1 for Sheila Richardson, 2 for Mary Ruth Burkitt, 1 for Christine Jamal. Congratulations to everybody who managed to secure those. If I didn't read out your name, it's just because I haven't seen your bid. So if you could please try and type the code in again, maybe pop up some emojis and try and unblock yourself if necessary. We are live here in China, which is why it's all a little bit dark and peculiar, I'm afraid. But we're trying really hard to bring you the gemstones directly from the marketplace. There is so much to choose from. We're having a great time. We found you loads of new today. We found a shop full of new shapes as well, which will be coming up later in the week. There's just so many amazing things. Amongst a few tricks of the trade, I must say, that pop in there as well. But we have found some crackers, absolutely brilliant. I can't do them undrilled, I'm afraid, Shristi. We haven't got a code for undrilled. I've got 1 for Nicola Bell and 1 for Lynn Blewett. I tell you what, Shristi, if you message us in, send us a direct message, and I will try and go and pick you up a pair tomorrow. Okay. And I don't know how we'll put that on a code. We'll face that tomorrow. So we'll sort that tomorrow. But do direct message in so that I get the reminder, or I might not remember. I have a terrible memory. 1 for Lynn Blewett and another 1 for Sheila Richardson. Okay, Johnny's putting them away. They're going off. They're going off. Ooh. What's next, Johnny? Oh, next is the Larimar. From the King, indeed. Right, okay, I'm just going to remove my camera for a quick second there. Oh, thank you very much, Emily. That's really good to know, because we do put a lot of effort into our social media, and so it's really good to know that you are following along on the journey. Sometimes when you're in a trip, it's really hard to see what it looks like from your side. So sometimes we feel we're telling you the whole story and we're sharing everything we do, and then it doesn't come across at all. So so it's lovely to hear that it is all coming across, and you can see that we're finding you some fabulous things and having a great time. Okay, that will do for now. Thank you. So we met the King of Larimar, apparently, yesterday we managed to bring you a selection from his shop of Larimar hearts and some bars, and we all had a great time, didn't we? Hand selecting all our own pieces. But we're in this shop. I didn't show you around because it's just absolutely overwhelming in his shop. He owns part of a Larimar mine, and he only deals with the top quality Larimar. So in there are pieces that are thousands to tens of thousands of pounds. And so the temptation is just overwhelming. And it's like Larimar that you dream of, that you haven't even dreamt of yet. It's so, so beautiful. So today we went in and we said, look, we really, really want to bring some to our audience. Could we borrow them and bring them to our hotel room and show you some of the fabulous pieces and give you that opportunity, just in case anyone would like to really treat themselves to something totally exceptional. These sit at the high end of the Larimar price point. They are absolutely exceptional quality Larimar. They have been very, very carefully hand carved and polished to get the very best out of the colors and patterns. They are the best of the best. There is no doubt at all in my mind that this is the top quality Larimar. Absolutely beautiful pieces. We've tried to keep them to a size that is more affordable, because some of the large pieces, as I said, will go into the tens of thousands of pounds. So the most expensive one we're going to bring you is £1,300, which is it is a considerable amount of money to spend, but you are going to get the very best that you could possibly afford. Honestly, it's so, so beautiful. And then he sat with us today and he was chatting away about his journey with Larimar, and he said that he started by selling a lower quality Larimar, and always felt that it was the higher end Larimar was a high price point, and he didn't know if he would be able to sell it. And then one day he decided that actually his mindset is that you should treat yourself to something that suits you, and that you should buy the best quality at Larimar because it makes you the best person. And I was like, well, I love this. So he switched his entire business model and went for only top quality Larimar. So he deals in really high quality Larimar, and of course is absolutely flying because it's the best. So no one else has it. And he sells it all over the world. He was telling us about the different marketplaces and the different types of Larimar and shapes that they take in each of the marketplaces. So he calls himself the King of Larimar, and rightly so. I think he certainly has an amazing, amazing knowledge of Larimar and an understanding of how to make it the most beautiful Larimar that you've ever seen. So on that note, I'm going to show it to you now. I don't know what the light's going to do in this direction. Hopefully we're really going to get it across to you to see how fabulous it actually is. We have got a selection. We've got two larger pieces. This first one is 6.5 centimeters tall, and then we're going to go down to some smaller pieces. So I'm going to show these to you first, and brace yourself, enjoy the journey. This it's not coming across at all with my weird lighting, so I'm going to put it into the other camera for you because it's such a shame if it doesn't come across. Let me just put my camera back. Here we are, that's the wrong button. Okay, now all you can see is the wires of my camera. Let's move that out of the way. So this is the top quality Larimar. Thank you, John. High quality. That's Johnny's Mandarin that he's picked up there. What was it? Guaojiliang. I don't think I've said it right. I mean, honestly, if you love Larimar, which I think everybody can appreciate Larimar because it just looks so stunning. I don't think anyone can look at a piece of Larimar and go, I don't really like that. It is absolutely beautiful. You just can't get across how stunning it is. Obviously, this is under camera in our really peculiar lighting, so it's not showing it off to its absolute best. This is the sort of piece that when you get it home, you are going to be wowed, yes, wowed and in awe of it. It is amazing. It's going to make the rest of your collection. Notice. Underwhelming. I don't know. Yeah, it is an extraordinary piece. Look at that. And this is the pattern I think that everybody wants. So last night while we were doing the live, we went through all the different patterns, and you can see it's got everything. Those beautiful blues. It's got a very slight touch of green, but lots of the whites, the gorgeous patterns, really deep colours, and then right to the top. Look at that. It's lovely. So it stands, which I'm really going to struggle to get across. This camera wire is offending me. So it does stand. It stands as a display piece like this, which I'm sorry that I can't get across. So it stands that way up, like that. It's 6.8 centimeters tall. I do have its ticket for you here, by 3.5 centimeters wide, and its code is, if anyone would like to treat themselves, 161 PV. £1,300 for this piece of premium Larimar. We do have some other pieces that we're bringing to you as well. So it reminds me of a swimming pool pattern. Christine said it definitely does it. Oh, it's, to me, it is absolutely the ocean.
Yeah.
Just looking into the ocean. When you fly, have you been to the Maldives? Has anyone been into the Maldives? Have you been, Emily?
No.
And you go in a seaplane and you fly over all the little islands and you look down, and that is what you see, this beautiful patches of the vivid blue, and you just want to jump out. Yeah, and it's just, oh, it looks like luxury. I can absolutely see what King was saying, because he was saying it's such a beautiful material that why would you not have the very, very best? And I was like, yeah, okay, it's so impressive. Right, okay. If you did want to purchase anything off screen, you can always direct message us. And if you want closer photos and videos, then you're more than welcome. But we're going to move on to the next one because you've got to see more. So this one stands up. So what they've done is they've polished it to make an organic shape, because they are highlighting all of the patterns and colors. So they might polish a little bit of the copper out to make sure they're making it the very best it can be. So you're seeing a lot of organic shapes when we're seeing all the fancy Larimar, because it's not about carving it into a specific shape. Although there are loads of turtles and stuff that hopefully we're going to bring you tomorrow. I won't talk too much about tomorrow just yet. So look at that. I mean, look at the colors in this piece. It is just insane. And the intensity of the patterns. Oh, Karen, that's on our did it go on the pop-up shop, the little slices of rough Larimar yesterday? They might be on the pop-up shop, Karen. We did some yesterday and they were only £9.50 each, I think. Look at the colour of this and the beautiful patterns. And the way it goes deeper, the colour is deeper in the centre and then gets paler towards the edges. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful.
It makes me feel really calm when I look at it.
Does it? Calming. Yeah. They say that blue is calming, don't they? I think, yeah. And it's just so nicely polished. It's everything. You know what I'm like? I'm a bit of a fuss pot when it comes to the gemstones. This one is 162LU. It's 5 centimeters by 3 centimeters, £695. Shristi says you can only see the India pop-up shop on our website. We're trying to it changed its name. It is the pop-up shop for China. It's just for some reason the website's changed its name. We're trying to fix it. Sorry about that, but it is correct. Come on, Pete, don't be mean. Oh, it's just so beautiful. Look. That's gorgeous, isn't it? And it's such a nice shape. I'm going to hold it for you here so that you can see that organic shape. I love the fact it's all wibbly wobbly. Oh, thank you. Kara says, if you type China into the search bar, it brings up all the China items. That's very true. Thank you. Johnny, please.
I'll pop it in the a link in the stories.
We'll put the link in the stories. We'll put it everywhere for you so it goes directly there. Next one, please.
Yeah.
Oh, Pete. Blimey. Knows how to offend a lady, Jill. Right, now we've gone for some smaller pieces here, but small is beautiful in this instance. Look at these. Right, so we went for the top quality, absolute top quality pieces, but in a smaller size, make them more affordable. If you did want to treat yourself to something spectacular. Looks almost three-dimensional, doesn't it?
It does.
Right, this one is 21 by 35 millimeters, 163YI, and it is 140 pounds. And it's so beautiful. I'll hold it here for you. It's not going to let me do anything with this weird, peculiar lighting. So it stands up like this, little dome. Just bring it a bit closer up so you can really see inside that pattern. It's such a treat to see. Also, so nice to find somebody so passionate about a gemstone.
He really is passionate.
Oh, he's so passionate about Larimar. Yeah. Next one. Look at it from the top. There's no words. There are no words. This one is 27 by 22 millimeters, 164XH, 110 pounds. And again, I'm just going to hold it here. Sorry, there we are. So you can see a little bit closer, but it of course stands up. Oh, it's so pretty. We did pop some Larimar, we did some high quality Larimar beads yesterday, Jane. I don't know if you managed to get any. They are going to be on the website now. And we do have some in the UK of the top quality Larimar beads as well. Wow. This is the last of the free forms. Look at the intensity of the pattern. Oh, it's so beautiful. Look at its top. That's it. It stands up like this. This one is 29 by 25 millimeters, 165 TB for 110 pounds. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, and that's all the free forms. Now, I do have one pendant. Yes, thank you. And look at this one. And it has got a 2mm drill hole there. So you can put a leather cord through there. So it will hang like this. But I've only got this one, okay? And it's affordable, so brace yourself. It is absolutely beautiful with your 2mm drill hole. It's about 27 by 17 millimeters, 166MX. It is £36.50, and that is your premium grade Larimar pendant with a 2mm side drill. 166MX for £36.50. But there's only that one available. Sheena's like, oh my God. I do feel I'm very lucky. I get to look at all of the beautiful, amazing things, and maybe buy the odd one. Yeah, but I do get to see more. 166MX, £36.50 for your gorgeous premium Larimar pendant with the 2mm drill hole for just £36.50. So if you want a treat, this is indeed a treat. You can simply make that into a piece of jewelry and it's going to make a gorgeous, gorgeous pendant. Karen Burrows has got it. Congratulations to you, Karen. Now, tomorrow, the King of Larimar, the king himself, he has invited us to do a live on our 9:30 a.m. slot. We weren't doing a live at 9:30 a.m., but we couldn't resist because he's got things like the turtle carvings. He's got more of those pendants in the top quality Larimar. So that is an affordable way to get a piece of Larimar with the 2mm drill. He's got heart in the top quality Larimar with the 2mm drill. He's got skulls, he's got spheres, he's got all sorts of different shapes. So we couldn't borrow everything. We picked what we thought you would love, but we're going to do a live tomorrow morning at 9:30 UK time on Facebook and hopefully YouTube, unless we have to stream just on Facebook. And then we're going to do that 9:30 tomorrow. It won't be too long, hopefully, because I've got to do this buying for the rest of the day. But oh, that's loud. Yeah, I hope you can join us then and hopefully grab your hand selecting of the Larimar. I think you've just got to come behind the scenes and have a look. And obviously the shop was shut last night, but hopefully tomorrow you're going to be able to have a bit of a look around and see the absolutely gorgeous pieces. It won't go onto the pop-up shop. Tomorrow morning's live won't go onto the pop-up shop. These big pieces of Larimar will go onto the pop-up shop. I've done the photos and they're not the best. So yes, yeah, you could go for a skull or a sphere, but again, it is a high quality Larimar that he has available. He does have a slightly lower quality, amazing patterns though in some of the spheres and eggs as well. So okay, well, I'm glad that you enjoyed the Larimar because that was a highlight. It's been a highlight of the trip for me. I've really enjoyed working with the king and his Larimar. And the fact that he calls himself the king, it's just too much fun. Right, next up, I've got a showcase. These are all limited stock, and these are Dinky Dinky donuts. They are only 10mm round donuts. I don't know what you're going to put a little bead in there or something. You can get 20 pieces on your strand. These are a closeout deal, so all we've got is the available strands that you see here, and I've got them in a couple of different materials. We've got more of the howlite than any other one, and you get 20 of the Dinky donuts on your strand. The code for this one is 167KU, £8.50 for all 20 pieces on the strand. This is 167KU for £8.50. You do that, Marie. It's a good idea. And that is your howlite little donuts. I just thought they were really cute. I think they're really cute. I'm sure you're going to be able to do loads of fabulous things with these tiny, tiny donuts. So I just bought them all up because they were a closeout. 167KU, and that is 20 pieces. Very good question. I've got a ruler here. Johnny doesn't have his leverage with him today. That is a 3mm hole in there. So that one is 167KU for £8.50 for your drilled Dinky donuts. On a strand, 20 pieces, 167. Next one we have got, but again, only limited strands here. We've got these 5 strands available. I've got a 167 from Marie Dunkley, thank you. This is green aventurine, same again, 20 pieces on your strand in a 10mm donut, 168 IV. I've got 167 for Lynn Blewett. Green aventurine, 168 IV. One for Kate Oliver. Next one, Johnny, please. We have got a blue aventurine in the little donuts. 20 pieces that you get there, your blue aventurine. The code for this one, I've got 167 for, I think that's a 168, please, from Marie Dunkley. Thank you. 169 TJ for £8.50. 168 for Mary Ruth Burkitt. 168 for Lynn Blewett. 169 is your blue aventurine. Next up, Johnny, please. That's got 2 codes, that one. Thank you. We have got, these just happen to be tied together. So we have got black obsidian. This one is 1:70 p.m. for £8.50 for your black obsidian. 1:70 p.m. 169s have got Helen Gray and Jane Ledyard. 1:70 p.m. black obsidian. Going to the light side, I've got 1:70 for Kate Oliver. We've got clear quartz 171 KY for £8.50. 1:70 for Lynn Blewett. A 169 for Beverly Jackson. Sorry, it's jumping all over the place today, isn't it? 171 KY for your quartz. 1 for Mary Ruth Burkitt on a 171, please. We've then got, thank you, a 170 for Nikki Stevenson. A 171 for Kate Oliver. A 171 for Lynn Blewett. This is 172. This is your amethyst. 172 EF for £8.50. You could use them as tiny weeny sphere stamps.
That would be so small. How big would the sphere be?
Like a 4 or 5 millimeter, just like a bead sized. 171 for Tracy West. 172 for Mary Ruth Burkitt. 172 for Lynn Blewett. That's all I've got in the amethyst as well. 2, 4, 6, 8 of these. 172 EF. It hasn't quite mastered speed. Thank you. Next, carnelians. I'm liking these because you get a mix of the colours. Carnelian. These ones are 173 HH for £8.50. 173 HH. £8.50. You get 20 pieces on your strand. I haven't seen Nigel today either. In Nigel. Oh, Johnny, that's good noise. That's Johnny. I can hear it in the camera.
Sorry.
Then you've got your fluorite, but I've only got 4 strands of the fluorite available. And this is the last one. 174 GS, £8.50. 173 for Lynn Blewett. Only got 4, the purple and green fluorite it is. Some are stripy. 174 GS. And that's all of those. I can see what's coming up next. 174, 1 for Jenna, please. 1 for Beverly Jackson. 1 for Kate Oliver. And the last one for Sharon Barker. Another 171 for Tracy West, please. Okay, now on to one of my very special strands. So this was an out and out find. This is a higher value strand, and this is a multi-beryl strand, but this is very, very high quality multi-beryl. You can see that it's not ombre as such. It's more rainbowed. It's really very, very impressive. So the beryl family is a family of gemstones that includes aquamarine, emerald, morganite, and heliodor. And here you've got a complete combination of the beautiful pastel colors in an 8mm round. So this is a premium gemstone strand. It's absolutely gorgeous, so nice. I just couldn't get over how nice it actually is. So you've got your morganites that go from a very pale pink into a deeper pink. You've got your aquamarines, again, the ombre right the way through, then more morganites into heliodor, and then into this lovely, I'm not going to call it emerald because emerald would be to me a vivid green, but into a green beryl and right up. It is just a stunning strand. So if you like your high-end luxury strands, this is something a little bit special. I've not seen this layout before. The amount of time and consideration that's gone into this is really, really high. They would have had to have crystals of each one of these materials of a matching clarity to be able to create this strand. So it's not that they get one crystal that's got a little bit of all of these gemstones in. They have had to cut the morganites, the beryl, and all of the aquamarines, the green beryls, the heliodors, all individually, and then match the strand up. It's just piece of art. It's a beautiful, beautiful strand, and they are a premium quality. So they have a lovely translucency to them. That is just a beautiful strand, right? Okay, it does come up price tag because it's very, very special. It is 175 BJ is the code, and the price is £96 for the strand. But it is absolutely gorgeous. I think you should just rethread it. I think actually threading it and making it into a necklace in its own right is what would do it justice. Because I think if you pull the gemstones out when they have been so beautifully put together, you are going to destroy the strand. But it's up to you. It'll be your strand. I won't be judging you. 175 BJ, 8mm rounds, £96 for an absolutely gorgeous premium strand. That's what we love about China. You get everything from your dyed, constructed, peculiar gemstones, of which we have seen very many, through to something that someone has thought so carefully about and actually curated the most beautiful strand. It's just insane. You just get a little bit of everything all in one place. The craftsmanship is just exceptional. 175 BJ, £96 for your 8mm strand. I'm just going to lay it out there. I know you can't see the colours very well, but you can see there that it's going to create something really, really quite exceptional. So if you're looking to make a piece of jewelry that is going to be an heirloom piece, that very special piece, maybe with some gold findings instead of silver findings, and really elevate that jewelry, then this is the type of gemstone bead. This is the sort of gemstone beads that you see in the really valuable bead pieces when you look at the high-end jewelry houses. It's that quality of gemstone bead, but I don't think in this colorway, not in the pastel colors. You normally get lots of vivid colors when you're looking at the high-end gemstone bead, but not in the beautiful pastel combination. It's just a fabulous, fabulous strand, a really lovely find. I'll pop that code up for you again. That is 175 BJ for £96, and they are 8mm rounds. There you are. Now we're on to a new version of a gemstone now that I haven't seen before, and it's a cracker, I must say. This one, I mean, I think you could even play Guess the Gemstone on this one. And it's not on one of my Guess the Gemstones I talked about yesterday. This is beautiful, beautiful colours. Look at that. So I picked it up and thought it was rubellite. I thought, oh, it's rubellite in quartz. But it actually is. Does anyone want to guess? I'm not going to ask Emily to guess because it's in front of her on the tracker. Johnny will just know amethyst or Larimar, so it's neither of those.
Pink.
It's pink. Oh, you do get a lot of. That's a blue gemstone. It's blue. It's purple. That's what you get from Johnny. So, but you've got, again, it has been really cleverly put together. So it ombres its way down and then back round again. Anyone want to take a guess? I'm waiting. So that's it. Jane's got it in one. It's a rhodonite strand. Congratulations, Jane. You can come on the next trip. You can be assistant 3.0. Johnny's the CEO by then, so that's it. Can you tell me the abalone number again, please, Johnny? Can you show us the... Oh, wait a minute. Emily might be able to access it. Yeah. Whichever of you. So this is rhodonite. This is the top quality rhodonite that came out. Absolutely gorgeous strand that they put together there. We're getting this complete ombre effect. No, Dan, that's not abalone. So this one is an 8mm strand. Strawberry corns, no, nearly rhodonite, correct. Helen got it as well. This is the 8mm strand, 176MO, £32.50 for this premium strand. Absolutely beautiful. Jane is coming on the trip, she says. That's it. Johnny's hoping Johnny's going to accept his promotion by the end of the week. And then the assistant 3.0 is right up there. Did you want the single abalone pendant, Abby? Could you get that out of the packet, please? Or the two pieces? I think it's the single one, maybe. 176MO. If anyone wants a little treat there in 8mm rounds, but we've also got it in a 4mm round. The other sizes were not available. I think it looks really nice in a 4mm round. Just a sec, I'll bring you abalone in just a second, Abby. So this is your 4mm round rhodonite, high quality rhodonite in that ombre effect. This one is 177SB, and that is only £14.50. It's very special. 177SB is your code there. Look at that, such a pretty colour. 177SB for your 4mm round premium rhodonites. It's lovely. I do like it a lot. Okay, let's pop those two away then. Abalone, I've got 177 for Helen Gray, 1 for Helen Louise Cole. That is your code, Abby, if it's the big pendant that you're after. 154ZY. 40 by 30mm pendant with the top drill. 154ZY. I've got 176 for Maria Martinez, please, and 2 177s. Next up, Johnny, what's next up? Ooh, another treat. Oh, Karen. Okay, right. This one is faceted seraphinite, sometimes pronounced seraphinite, but I say seraphinite. This one is a 6mm faceted seraphinite. This is really, really popular in our cab shows, so I thought we'd bring it on. Let's bring it on as a bead. It's quite difficult to cut to get the pattern. It's actually a deep green colour. I think it's quite difficult to come across on screen, actually. And you've got some gorgeous patterns in there. Something a little bit different, isn't it? This one is 178HX. This one is 3450. 6mm is the only size that we've got in this one. This is the only one I found. 178HX. And that's for your seraphinite. 6mm, 178HX. And that one is 3450. Okay, now it's on to one of the gemstone strands that I was bragging to Emily about. One of the brand new materials. I've got a 154 for Justin Marsden, please. So this one, I think, is it just looks delicious. I think it looks totally edible. The most pretty pink colour that you can imagine in a gemstone. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. I've not seen this cut into a bead before. I think it's just a lovely take on a pink. You've got the pinks, you've got some white stripes going on in there as well. Something unusual if you're looking for something unusual in your makes. Okay, are you ready? This one is going to be pink calcite. It is pink calcite, 10mm, 179ST. Not something that you commonly see in a bead. Looks like bubblegum, Emily says. It does look like bubblegum, definitely. 179ST, that is your 10mm. We're bringing you an 8mm and a 6mm in this one as well. And it is just the most delightful colour. It just makes you happy looking at it. Now, calcite is a soft gemstone, so please don't use it for bracelets. It won't survive a bracelet, but it should survive an earring or a necklace, anything, or a pendant or anything like that. It's not going to be a problem. Just don't do it within a bracelet. Particularly, you will probably be okay with the smaller sizes if you can put a larger size bead in there, but don't make a 10mm round bracelet of pink calcite. 179 ST for the 10mm, and it's just such a pretty colour, and it didn't come out at all on the photos of the pop-up shop, so it's not going to look great on the pop-up shop. We've also got it for you on an 8mm as well. Isn't it lovely? Does everybody like it? Do you all like it? You like it. It does. And Johnny likes it. I nearly called you Carl then, Johnny. 180 IP for your 8mm, and that one is £16.50 for your pink calcite. 180 IP, £16.50. Pink calcite, 8mm round. Very delicate, isn't it? Really lovely colour. All the strand lengths are 38cm strands. They are genuinely 40cm strands, but we always say 38cm strands. They all have the 0.6 to 0.8 mil drill hole. 180 IP. If you're looking for something different in your jewellery, then these are definitely worth considering, because these are different. We've not seen these so much. Right, this one is the 6mm size. Again, lovely pink colour. I like the stripes and the patterns. And it's a similar colour to a rose quartz, but it has a different luster. It has a kind of waxy luster, calcite, so you can definitely differentiate it from a rose quartz.
Sharon asks, what length is the strand?
That is a 38cm strand length. It is cotton candy pink. Indeed it is, Mary. This one is 181 XG and just £11.50 for your 6mm.
I honestly don't think I've ever seen pink calcite before.
Have you never seen it at all? So the manganese calcite fluoresces. That is a pink calcite. But no, you don't see it out. I've not seen, you don't commonly see pink calcite, you're right. 181 XG, £11.50 for your 6mm. I've got 2 for Sharon Roots, 1 for Helen Louise Cole. It is gorgeous. Johnny. And the next one is also very fancy. I've got 1 for Sharon Barker. Look at this. Wow. Natural colour. That's how vivid it is. This one is called Orchid Calcite. And again, we've bought this in a crystal point over the years. I don't think we've even bought it to you in a rough piece. It's just, yeah, I don't think so. So to see it in a bead is just amazing. And the polish, such a high polish on a calcite. Such an amazing orange colour. Really deep. Loads of little patches of transparency. So you get this sort of mottled effect to each one. Just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. This is your 8mm round. 182OK, £12.50. This is a brand new gemstone. £12.50. 182OK for £12.50 in the 8mm round for your orchid calcite. Lovely and bright. Isn't it nice and bright? 182OK. £12.50. That's the 8mm. I'll move on because we think the lag is quite bad. We're doing that one as well in a 6mm. So this is your 6mm size. Nice and vivid again in your orchid calcite. This one is 183QK for just £8.50. On the 182s, I've got one for Annette Catchall, please. One for Lynn Blewett. This is 183 QK, just £8.50. Such vivid colours. Look at that. So nice and bright. I've got 183 for Sharon Barker. Amazing. There you go. Okay, now for completely different to that, absolutely to the other end of the spectrum. We've got one for Chris Puffer, one for Mary Ruth Burkitt. Here, these are for Gemma Crow. This, you're going to get a different pack size on each one, so bear with me. We've broken down the strands to try and make them affordable. When you get really large beads like this, we buy them by the weight and they're sold by the weight, so the strands actually get really, really pricey. So we're trying to break them down into beads so that you can buy individual beads. I've got a 183 for Lynn Blewett and one for Hazel Westwater, thank you. So this is lapis lazuli. It's not dyes, it's natural coloured lapis, very, very pretty. And these are chunky, faceted lapis pieces. Size-wise, they're around 24 by 20 millimetres. As you can see, they completely vary. So we've had to approximate it. But you're going to get 3 pieces of your chunky sized lapis in your pack. I'll give you an idea of size against my ear like that, or as a neck piece. So that's what you're going to get, is your 3 sizes like this. I know these are absolutely epic and in a cool color as well. So you're going to get your lovely 3 sizes there. We have got 184 Ti, £10 for 3 pieces, and they are absolutely fab. Look at that. 184 Ti. If you wish to purchase something from our live this evening, all you have to do is type the code into the comments section. If I read out your name, that means you have secured the item, and you can always purchase more than one by timesing by the quantity that you require. So this pack is going to be a 3-piece pack, but you can times it by 2 or by 3, and that's how many packs you will receive. 184 Ti. I've got one for Gemma Crow, one for Shristi, and they are just £10 for your 3 pieces. Proper chunky pieces, aren't they? One for Karen Croft. Let's bring that code back up again. Try and stay still. One for Abby Marsden. One for Mary Ruth Burkitt. 184 Ti for your lapis. Okay, we've got others, don't worry. These will make great light pools, wouldn't they? Ooh, Jane. The ultimate gemming house, they would. Ah, ready? Kunzite. Look at the size of these bad boys. I've got one for Nikki Stevenson. Massive pieces of kunzite. So kunzite is this really delightful colour. It's between a pink and a purple. It's a really, really valuable gemstone. And again, similar sizes to your lapis, so 25 by 20 approximately. One for Nikki Stevenson, I think. I can't remember if I said you, Nikki, sorry. And in this pack, you're going to get 3 pieces again. So you're going to get 3 of these lovely chunky kunzite pieces. Another one for Gemma Crow, please, on the 184s. And still at that £10 price point. So 185 PE, £10 for 3 pieces of these large kunzite, chunky. How did I describe them? Chunky beads or something.
Cut beads.
Chunky cut beads. I was like, I don't even know the description for this. 185 PE, your kunzite 3-piece pack for £10. Such a nice colour. Such a nice colour.
I like the colour of these ones.
Do you? Yeah. This is it's such an unusual colour. Not a lot of gemstones come in between a pink and a purple. You know, it's an unusual colourway. No. I've got one for Karen Croft, Sharon Barker, Jane Ridge, Abby Marsden, Catherine Woolard. Chris Puffer. So Gemma made us this. You made us this sort of asymmetric necklace, didn't you, Gemma? And the one when she came to Chalmers Gemma's head office, which had some large pieces that, and we were talking. I'm sure we were talking about symmetry. I'm trying to remember now. And there was one on this side and one down here, wasn't there? Was it asymmetry we were talking about? Quite possibly. And yeah, really, really effective to having a large piece and then a whole array of different gemstones. It was very impressive. 185 PE, £10, 25 by approximately 19 millimeters. They will all vary in size, and that's for your kunzite. Then your last one on these chunkies, we have got some large pieces coming in a different shape shortly, and this is your Amazonite chunkies. And again, nice color of Amazonite, isn't it? Nice colour there. This is, it would look amazing with pearls, they really would. 186 DE. Again, you get 3 pieces in your pack there. 186 DE for £10 for a 3-piece pack, approximately 25 by 20 millimeters. And they're all as beautiful as one another. Asymmetric pieces. There you are. I got there in the end, Gemma. Thank you. 1 for Karen Croft, 2 for Gemma Crow, 186 DE, £10, 1 for Chris Puffer. And you're going to get 3 pieces in the back, 1 for Rachel Minchell Wilson, 1 for Nikki Stevenson, 1 for Shristi, 186 DE for your Amazonites. Nice chunky Amazonites. And tomorrow night we have got a guru bead selection as well. Some bracelet bars and all sorts of other stuff as well. Thank you, Johnny. That's it on the chunkies for a second, but we are coming back to another version in a minute. Now I've got next up Rainbow Moonstone. So you can see here the flashes in the Rainbow Moonstone. This is an 8mm Rainbow Moonstone. Now, Rainbow Moonstone typically is bleached to get rid of all of the little impurities and make it whiter. I think 186 for Shristi. I think I said Shristi, did I? Yeah. Thank you. Right, so this is your 8mm Rainbow Moonstone, 38cm strand. 187 QO for £16.50. 187 QO, £16.50. That's the 8mm, and we're also doing a 6mm for the same price, which seems slightly odd. 187 for Claire Reid, 188 GO for £16.50 in your 6mm, 187 for Nicola Bell, 188 GO for £16.50.
That one's £12.50.
This one's £12.50.
I prefer the wrong number on the card.
Let's grab a pen. Oh, I had a pen, but obviously not. Oh, that's handy. £12.50. £12.50 for your 6mm. You might as well snap them up now. That one is 188 GO, £12.50. That's really clear on the card now, isn't it? 188 GO. That is your 6mm Rainbow Moonstone. Right, go, Johnny. What have you got there? An energy drink?
No, Sprite.
Oh, Sprite. Where did you get? You're hot.
Yeah.
In here?
Yeah.
I'm not hot. Are you hot?
No.
It's all that meat, Johnny.
Yeah.
That's what that is. Could we have the next gemstone, please, while we tidy up?
Yeah.
We've done that
Oh, I
one.
don't know.
Hi, Arlene. How are you doing? Right. I've got a little showcase for you now of multi-Amazonite. So this is the Amazonite with all the colours. Love these huge rondelles. Look at the size of these bad boys. These ones are approximately 12mm, so really, really chunky. Again, I think you'll like these, Gemma. Look at that. It's the proper size of rondelle. Really chunky, cool Amazonite. So Amazonite comes in all different qualities and colors, and the mixed Amazonite tends to be sort of the mixed end of the material. So that deep green, like you saw in the chunky beads, that's the really, really valuable. And then you go into the Russian Amazonite, which is that really bright, vivid color. And then when you get the mixed Amazonite, it's more of a commercial quality, and it is really affordable and all full of great colors, pastel colors. This is why we like beads, because they don't just try and feed you the same stuff as they stick in the high-end jewelers. These 12mm beads are only £12.50. 189YK is your code, and they're £12.50. They are 12 by, Johnny's forgotten to give me the other measurement here. So they're about a 12 by 8mm. So really, really chunky, rustic looking beads. Great for men's jewelry, Karen says. Absolutely. 189YK, £12.50. Such great value for money. That's why we love a multi-Amazonite. Look at the size of those. I've got one for Shristi, please. One for Karen Garner. One for Gemma Crow. Two for Nicola Bell. 189YK, your lovely chunky sized rondelles. 189YK, £12.50. We're not stopping there though on the multi-Amazonites. We're going to go through some unusual shapes. Next one. Hi Kira, how are you doing? Our post and packaging, we're actually in China at the moment, Arlene, so our post and packaging from the UK is absolutely free. There is an estimated 8-week delivery period, so please keep that in mind. You need the code PP China when you check out. If you're an international customer, post and packaging is £14.90, so to anywhere in the world, £14.90. One more please for Shristi, and one for Samantha O'Brien. Look at these. Now, I called them something like a faceted disc or something because I couldn't decide what we're going to call them. Again, rustic looking, chunky, just little beads of gorgeousness, aren't they? These are 20mm, and they are also only £12.50. 190QQ is the code. £12.50. All you have to do, Arlene, is if you want to purchase the item, is you type the code into the comments section and you just direct message us or email us your email address, and that will secure you the item. We'll send you an invoice to pay by email. It's really quick. It takes about 24 hours. You just pay your invoice and that's it, job done. I've got a 189 for Abby Marsden, please. And then on the 190s, I've got a 190 for Shristi. They're such lovely, chunky, affordable strands. 190 for Karen Burrows. Great if you want to make a ring that's a little bit different as well. Do you think? A nice ring. 190 for Mary.
I would make a cool ring. I'd wear one of those.
Yes, I think it would. 2 for Maria Martinez. 190QQ is your code there for £12.50. One for Gemma Crow. Thank you. Next, we've got the Amazonite large size drop beads. Should we have had invoices from last night? I don't know. Probably, Beverly. If you haven't received your invoice by, I don't know what time it is, but if you haven't received it by tomorrow, just drop Lisa a message and ask her if she's got it. Or check your junk folder for me. I know that they went out to the invoicing guy because I saw that message, but I don't know if they've been completed yet. Another 190 for Shristi, please. Lovely. That is your pear shapes. Approximately 16 by 12 millimeters, I would imagine. £11.50 each. 12, and that is the 38 centimeter strand for your drop beads. 191HY, £11.50. Again, a good chunky size. 191HY. Beautiful, all the different colours on there. Oh, I shall put it in front of this camera for you. Look at that. I haven't had one either. Okay, so they probably haven't quite been finished yet. So they'll be out to you before you know it, before you know it. If they haven't come out yet, they won't come out until tomorrow because the gentleman who does the invoicing lives in India. I've got a 191 for Shristi, thank you. And then I think this is the last one on the mixed Amazonites. And this is your chunky oval. This is a matte finish, chunky oval. See, it's really quite chunky. This is the last one of this range, 15 by 12 millimeters. It is 192 DQ for £11.50. 192 DQ for £11.50. Can you still do a message about keeping the box open? Yes, you can. You can, when you buy from our lives in China or India, you will get your parcel from the China live independently to any other gemstones. It's a totally different process it goes through. So we can't put any UK gemstones in the parcel, Gemma, but you can hold your parcels within the UK with no problem at all, and we'll bank all those together, but we can't then add in an international parcel. The process doesn't allow us to do that. So you will get it separately, but it's free post and packaging, remember, so you can place as many orders as you want. You could place an order for a different bead strand every single hour of the night, and they would all come in one parcel when your China shipment lands. One for Shristi on the 192. 192, 11.50. Okay, Johnny, you need to get off the floor. Well, I don't know what he's doing. You're eating lychees. I've turned around and they're munching on lychees. Lovely, delicious. Okay, right, next, this one's going to be a little bit tricky to demo. This is a chain, but this is a chain that intrigued me, so I bought it. This is, and you've probably seen this before because you make jewellery, but I haven't seen this before. No, no, absolutely not. It depends where you're based, Shristi. So you are purchasing from the UK. If you're in the UK, we are importing everything from China. You're purchasing from the UK. So you don't worry about anything. If you're an international customer, we post with Royal Mail, which is the UK postage system, and then any import duties will be up to you to pay. Yes, so it just depends where you live. But you are purchasing from the UK. So no, you won't pay any duties. You are buying from us. We deal with all the imports from China. We deal with customs. We quality control check everything before it comes out to you, and it is shipped from the UK. So that's a really good question, though. These are good questions today. Normally nobody asks, so they're probably all sitting there wondering, all the new customers. Right, so this is a slider chain book. So it's got a little ball like a slider bracelet, and you just hold on to that and then you can slide it on and off. Now, the reason that I picked this up was because of some heart-shaped beads. You know, see the heart-shaped beads, Johnny? Could we cut one off, or could you pass me the strand and I'll unknot one?
Yeah.
Let's do that. We saw these heart-shaped beads, and the supplier had put one on this chain. And I thought to myself, wow, that's a good idea. Let me just try and unknot that. We don't have any scissors. We don't have any scissors because we might have to take a train, which won't allow us to take scissors. What are you going to do? Eat it? No, I'm all right then. That is eating it. I might have to give it to Emily. He won't eat it. Maybe you can unpick one.
I'm trying.
Let's see if Emily can get one off there. So this little pointy end threads through the gemstone bead. So I don't think it's going to fit with this wire, but it might do. So they had. No, it's not going to fit through. But you can see that it would thread through a bead like this, and then the bead is trapped on the chain. The moss agate isn't in this live, unfortunately, Tracy. It will be in tomorrow night's live. We couldn't get it in today's live. So then you post it back through the little silicone slider, and you make it as long as you can. When we get it undone,
We're nearly there.
nearly there. Emily's nearly there. The pressure is on. So I'm going to show you this skew, which is quartz double terminated points, and this will go through here, and then I'll show you what I mean when we do it on the heart in a minute, when Emily has undone it. So in this pack you get 5 pieces of the double terminated quartz, so you get all 5 of these. They're approximately 18 by 6 millimeters, and that is gorgeous quartz, little quartz points. There we are. Thank you. Right, I'm now going to do an official demonstration of how this necklace works. So it has got a regular clasp, but you've got your little slider, which you just hold on to, sorry, and then you just pull this little pointy end out of the end. And this is what the supplier have done. I'll just poke it through here. Out the other end. And then it's very hard to do underneath camera. Now got a slidable necklace, and it's still got a clasp, so you can still attach it in a normal way. And that's it. I can't show you on that camera because this doesn't move, but you can see now you've got your little heart shape on your slider necklace, and then you just make it as long or as short as you want by sliding, if you can find it, and don't tackle it in your other chain. That's my chain. It's going well. Live streaming is fun. You can just make it as long or short as you want. I'm going to take it off so that you can actually look at it properly. And I think you can do it with these little quartz points as well. We've got a heart shape you could do it with. And I think it would be quite a good way to do it on a chunky bead. I think the chunky beads we did earlier are probably too heavy for the chain, but these smaller ones are going to be absolutely perfect. And I just thought it was such a good idea. Oh no, what I've done there, I just don't know. Now I've magicked the ball to be on the wrong side of the chain. It's like a magic trick. So let's we're going to come back to that in a second, but my point was that these will also fit onto this chain if you wanted to do them individually. We're going to bring you the chain in a second, but for the quartz points, you get 5 pieces in your pack, 195 MD for 18 by 6 millimeters, just £12.50. You're going to get 5 of the quartz double terminated points. That's a great change, Emma Crow says. I think so. I've not seen that before, but as I said, I'm not a jewellery maker typically, so I don't know if it's out there. But Emily had never seen it before either, and we just thought it was a great idea. So, because with these chunky beads, that's just the ultimate act of laziness, how to make a piece of jewellery, isn't it? It's just brilliant, brilliantly lazy. Can you see if we can get that off there? Thank you very much. So this is your 5 pieces of quartz, and I think these will also thread onto the chain, and you get 5 points there, double terminated, 195 MD for just £12.50. Just a second, just trying to. No, I've not done with those yet. Thanks. 195 MD. I've got 1 for Lynn Blewett and 1 for Tracy West. It is a snake chain. It's a snake chain. Did you manage to do that?
I have done it. I just need to
put that one back on. Lovely, thank you. I've only seen those sliders for jewellery coming from China. Yes, well, these are in China, so that's it. That's that one. Thank you. That's lovely. I've got 1 for Care and Croft as well, but Emily's trying to not dismantle. I don't know what that word is. The opposite of dismantle.
Assemble.
What is the opposite?
Reassemble.
Assemble. Thank you. My brain was going, mantle. It's got to be mantle if it's dismantle. Right, okay. So, and now we're going to bring you this little slider here. Okay, so now I've got the code for you for sterling silver and for gold-plated sterling silver, but I didn't manage to pick up, I did see, but I just forgot to pick it up, the silver sample. So it is going to be this chain. It goes to 18 inches. Somebody did ask about that. So it goes to 18 inches if it is all the way open, and obviously you can tighten it as much as you like. So for the sterling silver version, just showing you my dealer's notice again. Here's my dealer's notice. And the sterling silver version is 193VL. It is £7.50 for one chain, and that is the sterling silver version. If you wish to multi-purchase, then just times by the quantity that you require. So 193VL for £7.50 is your sterling silver chain. Did you get the 195s?
I put 194.
That's gold plated. Have you got
And then
195? You've got 193 above
yeah.
194?
Sorry, there's a couple. That's all good. Bear with me 1 second.
Did I not put the right quantity in? Maybe.
No, you've done
I
it
did.
good. Yeah, you've
Okay.
done right.
Right, that's 193. Did you get 95s, which was the quartz?
Yeah, I'm just doing that now.
Right, okay, lovely. Right, 193s I've got. One for Tracy Merrick, 2 for Helen Louise Cole, 1 for Tony Davis, 2 for Louisa Gall, 1 for Julie Tolton, 2 for Gemma Crow, 2 for Beverly Jackson, 2 for Karen Croft, 2 for Karen Burrows, 1, sorry, I was thinking and talking and reading all at once. And what I was thinking amongst the talking and reading was that we should do a demo of that on social tomorrow, so we can tag the product in. Thank you. Sorry, multitasking at its very best here, guys. I've got 2 for Karen Burrows, 1 for Mary Ruth Burkitt, 2 for Lynn Blewett. It is sterling silver, solid sterling silver. 1 for Elaine Vandenbosch. 2 for Sarah Duckworth. I pressed a button. Oh, there it is. 1 for Katie Parnell on YouTube. What is the chain diameter? I think it's quite slim. I'm going to go for very slim. It's like it is a snake. It's a box snake. I think it's a 1 millimeter chain diameter, Beverly. It's very fine. As I said, I don't think it will take the weight of the big chunky beads we bought you earlier, but I'm quite confident it will definitely take the weight of the heart shape we'll bring you in a second. Those lovely quartz points, and I think it's going to also take the weight of this rose quartz point that we're bringing you in a minute as well. So yeah, and obviously anything light, a big bit of amber, something like that, that would look awesome on there, wouldn't it? 193VL. Okay, that's your sterling silver. I've got 2 for Shristi, please. And then in the gold-plated sterling silver, 194WK. Now, my sample here is gold-plated sterling silver, and that is £7.50 per chain. 194WK for £7.50. I dread to think how I described it on the tracker. It would have been some very peculiar way, because it's so hard to describe a finding when you don't actually know what they're called. So you're like, this was some sort of chain with a sticking out part. And yeah, I've got 1 for Tony Davis, 1 for Gemma Crow. Not tonight, Louisa. It's on tomorrow night. The Moss Agate will be on tomorrow night. 1 for Julie Tolton. 2 for Helen Louise Cole. Hi, Angela. How are you doing? 1 for Angela. You can make jewelry with this, Angela. It's really easy. So 2 for Shristi. 1 for Elaine Vandenbosch. 1 for Lynn Blewett. 194WK. £7.50. A bead, thread, and necklace. Do you think that's what it's called, Gemma? That's not what I wrote. Do you want to read out what I wrote?
You put slider chain.
Did I put slider chain? I didn't put anything other than that.
No,
oh, good for me.
Slider chain.
I thought I'd put with the stick at the end or something.
Oh, there is a with actually. Bear with.
Oh, just a minute. She hasn't scrolled across the description.
With bar feeder.
With bar feeder. That's what I went for. There you are. 194WK, that's the gold-plated version. I'll give you those two codes again in case you're umming don't um and ah. You might as well get it now because we're only live once. 195VL and 194WK. Sterling silver and your gold-plated sterling silver. Okay, I'm going to put the codes to one side, but I'm going to move on to that pack of hearts because this is just adorable. And I think now you've all bought the chain, you might as well buy the hearts to go on the chain. Okay, so in your heart pack, you're going to get 3, I think. Yep, you get 3 pieces. Is that correct? 3 pieces. I think you get 3 hearts per pack. They're about 16 by 14, the little kiss-shaped hearts. They're so cute. They're just so cute. And those 3 pieces are 196UX, £11.50. Okay, so the earring version is called a threader. So you're it is a threader necklace. Okay, I'll try and change it. It's very sensible, Gemma. 196UX, £11.50. Get 3 pieces of your hearts there, side drilled so that you can have them sitting this way, which is quite unusual as well, isn't it? Because normally they through drill them. 196UX. I've got 2 193s for Arlene Grassman, please. I don't know if you can see that comment. ARLENE. And then grass, man. Thank you. 196UX. Oh, not 193. Another one for Sarah Duckworth, please.
Oh, I'll do it in 1 second.
Ooh, are you on the 196s?
Yeah.
196 for Karen Croft, a 196 for Louisa Gall. And then on the 193s, 1 for Sarah Duckworth.
Yeah.
A 194 for Louise Gore. Okay, that's your rose quartz. Thanks, Johnny. What are you munching now? Oh, you're not. It's the packet. But whoops, I turned around and he was eating a packet of wine gums or something. You can't possibly eat anything else today. Honestly, the volume of food this kid's eating. It's tomorrow already. That's it. 3 a.m. Woohoo. You've got double terminated rose quartz points. These are chunkier than your quartz. 23 by 15 millimeters. And you get a 5-piece pack for £11. So you get 5 of those juices. And I think that chain will that's about as heavy as it will hold, in my opinion. You'll have to judge it for yourself. 197VR, 23 by 15 for your rose quartz, 197, £11. Let me show you one up close. So these are double terminated rose quartz points, center drills, and they would look great on that necklace, wouldn't they? 197VR for just £11. Those quartz ones that we just did, you could probably line them up, couldn't you?
Ooh,
put them all on one
idea.
necklace. This one you couldn't. It wouldn't take weight. 197VR for your rose quartz 5-piece pack. I've got 1 for Sharon Barker. Yes, gorgeous. I might keep that to one side as well. Findings. Oh, I've got a 196 for Arlene Grassman. Thank you. Right, thank you, Johnny. Next up, I've got a premium quality. Never seen this in a bead. Green opal beads. Now, these are really lightweight. Put these on your chain as well. You could put all sorts on your chain. It's opened my mind to what could go on a chain. So this is a premium quality green opal, and it is that beautiful, vivid, natural colour of green opal. Really, really beautiful. I've only got this size. This is a 10mm size, 198XI for £14.50. So it's a lovely, bright, natural coloured green opal. 10mm round, 198XI for £14.50. There you go, 198XI. Another new gemstone bead for you there. It's lovely, isn't it? 1 for Sharon Barker, please. Nice and vivid. One for Shristi. 198XI. Okay, it's coming back. It's in the fridge. One for Annette Catchell. Now, who asked me yesterday for Candy Floss Agate? We couldn't decide amongst ourselves. I didn't write it down. Who asked me? Did I? Candy cane. What did you write? Cotton Candy Agate. We called it Candy Floss Agate. One for Karen Croft. Is anyone going to confess to asking me yesterday for Cotton Candy Agate? Because we found it. Yeah, that's done. Thank you. Here you go. Here it is. So this is a gemstone that, again, we brought to you in a crystal form, but we haven't seen it in a bead form. But here it is in a bead form. And if you ask, we find. That's how it works here. It was Elysian. We found it, Elysian. We were very excited. We can't remember who asked. So look at this. It's so pretty. So it's got all these sort of pinks going through to a kind of burnt orange with some translucent patches. Your typical agates looking. There you are. I haven't seen any red jade, Jane. No, I'm still looking. I'm still looking. This one is the 8mm size. It is 199 FA for £17 a strand. 199 FA, and that is your 8mm size. I've also got a 6mm size. 199 FA for your 8mm. It's definitely new, yeah, and only one shop in the whole marketplace had it. And here it is in a 6mm. I'll bring it a bit closer up for you because you can see it really has got lovely, lovely patterns inside. Yeah, you can see the colour in a different light. It's the kind of this colour, this light here, Helen. It's not right. So if you look at what colour I am, I've kind of got a bluey grey tint. I look like I might not make it through the night. And it puts that greyness into the gemstone, but it is actually a pink to orange colour. That is a true colour. This is a true colour. This screen today, this one is correct. 199 F8. Now for the 6mm, I've got one for listening, please. Is 200 AV for your 6mm. Oh, thank you, Jane. That's kind. And Abby, thank you. 200 AV for your 6mm. In your Candy Floss Agate. We might have called it the wrong name. It could have been a Candy Cane Agate. One for Candy Barnes. 200 AV in the 6mm. Okay, let's move on to the next. We've got another agate that I don't think I've seen before. Doesn't have a very exciting name. A strand of the green opal for Helen Cole, please. Right, this one, they just said, is Mexican agate. And I said, doesn't it have a name? And they said, no, it's Mexican agate. And so I asked again, didn't I? And I got the same response again. No, it's just Mexican agate. Right, so this, I quite liked it. It's got lots of different patterns. It's got some reds in there. It's got some oranges. It's got some mustards. It's a little bit of a mix of everything. And they said it is Mexican agate. So this is the 8mm 201 BP. And I've got a 199, please, for Helen. Oh, no, there was the green opal she's after. I don't think that was the code. Don't worry. We've got you, Helen, for the green opal. 201 BP for 1850 for your 8mm. 201 BP. Nice patterns in there. Look at that. And then in the 6mm, 1250 for the 6mm. 202 GM for the 6mm, £12.50. 202 GM. Okay, next ones, Johnny, please. These ones sound lovely. Love the sound of this one.
Sounds like a wind chime.
Yeah, it does, really. It does sound like, just
Yeah.
like a wind chime. You can make your own wind chime with these. Right, just a second. Oh. Try not to make too much noise. You do that one as well, please. Thank you. Right, now, I've only got one strand of this, haven't I?
Yeah.
This is the strand. We only found very few, but they fascinate me. So there was one strand of the rose quartz. I'll pop it under the camera. And it slices, a bit like dog tags, we decided, of rose quartz. I'm sure it was made for something or someone. And this was the last remaining one. Rose quartz, there's 10 pieces on the strand, but there's only one strand available, and it is 40 by 20 millimeter slices, 203 SE for £21.50. You have missed the green opal premium beads. We do have them coming in another quality right near the end of the live, but I can bring back the premium ones if you'd like to see them, the 10 millimeter round ones. 203 SE, £21.50 for your rose quartz slices. So I thought, well, we'll snap those up as there's only one available. And I mean, I don't know what you're going to do with them apart from make a wind chime, but they are really rather amazing, I think. Rather fabulous, aren't they? You could Dremel into them. I don't know. Personalise them. 203 SE, £21.50 for that one. And then I've got a red jasper. And this is a slightly larger size. And this has got a bar at the top, look. So it's got a bar drill hole. These have definitely been cut for someone to engrave on, I'm quite sure. 203 has gone to Candice Trip, thank you. Amazing earrings, Gemma said, wouldn't they be? Now I've got 3 strands of this one, and I have purchased them, so I hope you like to snap them up, otherwise I'm going to be stuck with them. 204 NC, £21.50, because I just thought they were really cool. I've not seen anything like it. 204 NC, £21.50 for your red jasper. You're going to get 10 pieces on there for £21.50. Yes, fun, aren't they? Don't know. You can't see this comment. What do we think of this comment, people? The panel verse says, hit that like button to support the show. I don't know what that means. 205 for Tracy Merrick. No, that wasn't the code at all, Tracy, but I think it was probably this one. No, Candice doesn't want the rose quartz. Thank you. She got the size wrong. 204 NC, £21.50. Okay, right. Oh. Okay. Oh, I love this. I love these. I love these. This was also on our wish list yesterday that someone gave us, which is chrysoprase. And this is a new shape, and I like this shape. This is a thick, coin, faceted coin in chrysoprase. We've got 3 gemstones in this. Again, beautifully cut, really nicely done. Sometimes you do get a puffy coin, a faceted puffy coin, something like that. But this is a little bit more special than that. The cutting is really nice. These are a lovely quality, very uniform in size, really beautiful. This strand is 205 CP. They are 10 millimeter round, and that is £19.50. The red jasper for Tracy Merrick said, yes, please. There you are. And that is your chrysoprase, 205 CP. You can see they're really sparkly. 205 CP for £19.50. Again, something different. If you want to make jewellery that's not the same as everybody else's, this is the way to do it. You could do, it's got some spaces on this strand, so you could space it with whatever you like. Oh, they're just so pretty. One for Jane Ridge. very unusual jewellery, isn't it? 205 CP, 1950. Then I've got the same, but in Dumortierite. So again, a more unusual choice. Dumortierite. And Dumortierite's a lovely blue because it's speckled with the navy blue or the black and gives it, almost a matte appearance, doesn't it? But you've got the lovely facets on there, adding that sparkly dimension. And this one is 206 KU, £13.50 for your Dumortierites. 206 KU in your 10mm round. Yes. Very nicely done. 206 KU. One for Anne Valerie Spedding, thank you. One for Karen Burrows. One for Helen Louise Cole. One for Karen Croft. One for Karen Garner. One for Karen Atkinson. They are going in the pop-up shop, Claire. They are a 206 for Candy Barnes. Now this one is an amethyst. So last one in this shape. This is your amethyst strand. And the code for this one is 207BL for £12.50. Oh, thanks, Johnny. Johnny's offering me a peanut. Very nice. They do peanuts well. They do all food well, really, don't they? 207BL, £12.50 for your amethyst. And try and bring it a bit closer. You've got some chevrons in there. But again, it's about the cut. I love the cut. I love the patterns. I love the colour. I just love them. I like a high quality gemstone. It's just the way my brain goes. Right, so that was 207 for your amethyst. Now I've got some matte Amazonite beads for you. 207 for Wendy Garrett, thank you. I thought it said lovely cat, Tony. I was like, oh. This is a matte, high quality Amazonite bead. Another 206 for Anne Valerie Spedding, please. Thank you. This is the 10mm round. I love a matte finish as well. I think a matte finish is lovely. So I've got a matte finish for you in a couple of different qualities. Sorry, sizes. And then one shiny, I think. 206 for Beverly Jackson. This is 208 WJ. Johnny, could you get me a drink of water? Oh, no, this will do, because I've got the peanut stuck in my throat. Sorry, everyone. So professional. Just a second. That's better. I'm all right. Thank you. Thank you, darling. Right. Okay. 208 is your matte finish, high quality Amazonite. 208 WJ, £18.50. We've then got the same in an 8mm. Beautiful quality. This particular supply is specialised in Amazonite. And this one is 209 for your 8mm, £14.50. Any chrome dioxide? No, I haven't picked up any yet. I did see some chrome dioxide today. I'm trying to think what shape it was. It's in an unusual shape. I'll have a look. I'll have a look, Jane. 209, £14.50 for your 8mm matte Amazonites, £14.50. And then the 6mm, sorry about my big arm there. 6mm matte on your Amazonites. 209 for Helen Louise Cole. And a 209 for Candice Tripp. And a 208 for Candice Tripp, please. 210 is your 6mm, and that is in the matte finish as well at just £11.50. 210 FI. That's that one. And then I've got one shiny because we couldn't resist. Couldn't resist the shininess. 210 for Helen Louise Cox. I'm dark greens. I like dark greens, but I like this colour. I like the colour of Amazonite. I don't think there's a lot of things generally in nature that come in this colour. So lots of the gemstones you can relate back to nature, and you can think, oh, this flower comes in that colour, and this, you know, these different things come in this colour. But actually in Amazonite, there's not a lot that comes in this colour. 210 for Candy's Trip as well, please. This is your smooth round 211TO, £14.50 in your 8mm. The reason I bought this one is because we've got a guru bead that goes with this one coming right up. So 211TO is your code, £14.50 in your 8mm. I'm going to hang on to that for a second while Johnny passes me the guru bead, please. Thank you. The guru bead, please.
What's the number?
211, maybe 212.
212.
Thank you very much. So here's the guru bead with its worm dude. This is called a tower bead. It's just come to me. This is your 3-hole bead, and then it's got the little bead. Now, I don't understand totally, I must say, how it works, but then you've got your 8mm round bead as well, which it maybe goes on here, on your guru bead. We do have a guru bead show, a guru bead showcase in tomorrow's show as well, with your more traditional round guru beads. I've got a 211 for Louisa Gall, but this one is in the beautiful quality Amazonite, and it is a 20mm bead, and you get the 2 pieces together for £6.50. 212 AP. These are used if you make mala necklaces. So mala necklaces use this big bead at the bottom. 212 AP for £6.50 in the gorgeous, gorgeous quality. That's why I bought you the 8mm round, so that they can match. 212 AP. That's your 3-hole bead and your tower bead. 212. I'll give you the 8mm back. Thank you, Johnny. And then we will bring, we also can resist this. This is a barrel shape Amazonite bead with your regular 0.8 drill hole there. So this is a lovely barrel, and it is 213 SM, 14 by 14mm, £4.50 a bead. Look nice, just as a simple necklace, wouldn't it? Or a little dingly dangly earring. 213 SM is your code there. 14mm Amazonite bead. You get 1 piece in your pack, and that's just £4.50. Okay, Johnny, on to the next. We've got some more chunkies coming up.
These 2 go together?
No, they're 2 separate codes. Lovely. Right, now this is a chunky citrine strand, and we are selling each bead off individually because the strand is extremely high price point. These are really nice cuts. They are from one of the suppliers that deals in the really, really high end, but I couldn't resist them. I stood outside the shop for ages, and then I went in, and I couldn't resist so many things in the shop. They're absolutely gorgeous. So these are your citrine beads. They're a lovely chunky bead. They're approximately 19 by 8mm, but as you can see, there is a variance in size. So we're selling them as an individual bead on there because they're absolutely gorgeous. The code for this one is 214TK. They are £7.50 per bead. So you're going to get 1 bead there for £7.50. Any small rounded chips like the Super 7 strand on the website. I have seen some small rounded chips, Candy, but I haven't purchased any. Just a minute. Excuse me. So sorry. Thank you very much. I bought some medium to large size nuggets, which might go into tomorrow's show, but I can see if I can find you little chips if you want those. They're like a tiny nugget, the Super 7 on our website, aren't they? 214K is for your citrine beads. It's £7.50 per bead, and a lovely size. And this will probably fit on your chain as well, one of these. Just one of those beads. So that is your citrine. Thank you, Christine. Johnny? Then I've got a lavender amethyst. I don't think that's on in there. Lavender amethyst chunky nugget strand. But you're going to get 5 pieces in your pack here. So you get 5 of these lovely chunkies in the pack. They're approximately 23 by 8 millimeters. Again, faceted, beautiful, beautifully cut. 5 pieces for £12.50. 215 SA. You get 5 pieces there for £12.50. So a little bit more affordable. I know the citrine sits at a high price point for a bead, but it is absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? 215 SA for your 5-piece pack, the lavender amethyst chunkies. 215 SA. Right. And then this is the last on the chunkies. Wow. The size of those. This is your clear quartz chunky. So again, cut 5-piece pack, approximately 20 by 12 millimeters. So lovely large pieces, center drilled. This one is 216 FT for £12.50. Oh, okay. Yeah, could you direct message it in, Candy, for me, please? So it goes on to the shopping list. And we'll check out the shopping list tomorrow. Quartz 5-piece pack, 216 FT. One for Karen Garner, please. £12.50 for 5 pieces. So lovely 5 chunky bits. 216 for Abby Marsden. Beautiful quality as well, aren't they? 1 for Lynn Blewett. 1 for Tracy West. The citrine strand was the 38 centimetre strand, Jane, but it was individually, we were selling them for £7.50. 1 for Arlene Grassman. 216 FT. Pretty. Okay, Johnny. 217. Thank you. This is going to be a little bit tricky to show you because these have gone down in size now. These are 6x4 oval faceted faceted ovals. I think they're really dainty. I think they're ever so pretty. Similar to a faceted, there's probably as close to a faceted stone as you can get in a bead shape. So you can see they're making very, very dainty jewelry. This is a lovely deep amethyst, really nice colour. This one's code is 217XK, and that is £18.50 for the 6x4 amethyst ovals. And they're double-sided on the faceted. Could you count the citrine strand, Johnny, please? Yellow. Going to count it for you, Jane. 217XK for £18.50, and that is for your amethyst. Then going to add a layer. We're going to add a labradorite 6x4 oval bead as well. And you're getting the gist now of the rather dainty stacker bracelet look that I'm going for here. 6x4 oval. Jane says, thank you, Johnny. 218VF, £18.50. Again, you're looking at a high quality, beautifully faceted, a little bit different. 32 on there, Jane. A little bit different it's going to be, this stacker bracelet, rather than your traditional rounds or chips. It's elevating the stacker bracelet into something else. 218VF for £16.50. Of course, you don't have to go for a full bracelet. You could just have a bracelet bar in the middle. You could rotate them. They're just absolutely beautiful. And then the icing on the cake on my little trio here of ovals. These are slightly smaller. These are 4x3. This is sapphire. Oh, look at that. So that is a blue sapphire 4x3 ovals. I don't know if they're coming across so well on screen. Possibly not. I think they're beautiful. Really, really beautiful. And the 4x3s are 219YU, sorry, 2650. So for your 38 centimetre strand again. No, they don't come across. They're so hard to get under the camera. Let me see. There's a lag on my screen, my camera. No, not really coming across, are they? Because they're a really bright, lovely sapphire. Let's have a look. You can see they're a bit bluer there, but again, it's putting this grey tint onto them. So that is your sapphire 4x3 for 2650. Thank you, Sarah. I'm glad that it's not just me with this vision of my stacker bracelet. Maybe I need to learn how to make stacker bracelets, then I can live the dream. But they're beautiful. I love the labradorite. Okay, moving on. No one's feeling love for my stacker theme. Next ones. Oh, loads of people are feeling love for my stackers. Look. What, 2 for Maria Martinez. 1 for Claire Reed. 1 for Tony Davis. Right, you need to get your fastest fingers on here because these are going to fly out without a shadow of a doubt. I couldn't believe the price of these. This is an absolute steal. I've got 1 for Beverly Jackson on the 219s. This is a range. I think we've got an 8mm, 6mm, 4mm, have you, Johnny? This one? 8mm, 6mm, 4mm. They're great value for money. You're going to want them in your collection. Not seen them in a bead before. This is a green opal. It's not the same as that high premium strand we saw earlier, which was the vivid green throughout, a uniform color throughout. This one is actually quite rustic. Look at the lovely color variation you've got within the strand, but it's still really bright and vivid, but also loads of orange, loads of color. It's a really great strand. It's so lightweight because it's opal, so you can stack them up in whatever form you like. They're really affordable. This one is the 8mm. I suggest you multi-purchase. I haven't seen it before. I don't know if they got the price wrong because it's just ridiculously affordable. And I think you're going to love it. In fact, I know you're going to love it. Are you ready? This is your 8mm, okay? 220, sorry, FZ for your 8mm round green opal. I'm trying to get it under position. Ready? £6.50. £6.50. Emily's who's asking me questions again. Doesn't want me to say cancel. Oh, I've said cancel now. 220FZ, £6.50. Your 8mm. Multi-purchase away, please, people. We want Emily's computer to be steaming over there so she can't keep up. 220FZ. I've got 2 for Shristi, 1 for Sharon Barker, Tony Davis, 3 for Jane Price, 1 for June Jeffrey, 1 for Karen Croft. Can't get them to stay still. Sorry, everybody. They're not staying still. There you are. 2 for Rachel Minchell Wilson. Aren't they a great colour? I love them. You have got your bright vivids in there, look. Oh, they're stunners, absolute stunners. £6.50 for an 8mm round. 220FZ, £6.50. Anyone I haven't seen your bid, then if I haven't read out your name, it's just because I haven't seen your bid, so do try again. 220FZ. Okay, I'm going to move on to the 6mm. Same colourway again. Nice and bright, aren't they? I've got 220 for Candice Tripp. Yep, 220 for Katie Parnell. 1 for Julianne Watts. Okay, this is your 6mm code 221ZF, £5.50. £5.50 for your 6mm. 221ZF, £5.50. Don't forget, we are live tomorrow morning at 9:30 with our Larimar showcase. It's just an opportunity. I don't know if you'll meet the king. I don't imagine he's going to be quiet. How do you? So I have a funny feeling you might. So yeah, and come and have a look at the Larimar because it's just insane. If there's one shop you've got to look in while you're here, this is the one. I've got 3 for Shristi, 1 for Tony Davis, 2 for Sharon Barker, 1 for Abby Marsden, 1 for June Jeffrey, 2 for Katie Parnell, 221 ZF, £5.50, only £5.50. I've got a 2 from you, Abby, but I'm not sure what code it is that you're after. And then onto the 4mm, which is the last size. I know. A 221 for Candy's Trip. $222NH, £4.50 for your 4mm. £4.50, brand new gemstone, really gorgeous. There's nothing not to like. £4.50. 222NH, £4.50. I've got 2 for Sharon Barker, 1 for Candy's Trip. Highly recommend multi-purchasing here, please. We do have targets to hit. Johnny will not be made CEO unless the target is exceeded. 1 for Tony Davis. So I have to externally advertise the job, though. I can't just go giving it to you. You have to go up against other applicants. Emily's already applied. 2 I've got 1 for Tony Davis, 2 for these trips. I think she's already got 1. 2 for Jane Price, 2 for June Jeffrey, 1 for Samantha O'Brien. Did I get Karen Croft up there?
I've got.
Yeah, you've got it, lovely. 222NH. Don't think about it, people. Just do it. That's my advice. 222NH, £4.50. Coming to the end of our fabulous live. So are you ready? This is the last gemstone that I chose to bring you, and I've not seen this in a bead. I think we mentioned you for 3, Shristi, did I? No, 2, maybe.
2 for this one.
2 for Shristi. It was 3 for 221s. Yeah, we've got you, don't worry. This next gemstone is a very pale blue, right? So I do need you to know that. It is very pale blue. It is blue, but it is very pale blue. You can see there that it is pale blue. So I don't want you to talk at home and go, oh, it's very pale. Okay, I don't want to hear that because I've told you now at least 4 times it is very pale blue. I was surprised at what this material actually is. I thought it was going to be a blue calcite, but it's not a blue calcite. It's actually celestite. I've never seen that in a bead. Very surprised that they can cut it into a bead. I've seen it in a tumblestone, and in a tumblestone, because they don't tend to stabilize them, it doesn't survive very well. So to see that they stabilize them and cut them into a bead is really impressive. It's not matte, no, it is smooth and shiny round. So this is celestite. So it is a pale blue celestite. We sell this as in its natural specimen form, extremely popular. I understand its crystal healing properties. I'm not a crystal healer myself, and I don't particularly know an awful lot about crystal healing properties, but because we've sold so much celestite over the years, I know that it's supposed to go in your bedroom and it's good for sleep. So this is what I picked up over the years. So actual natural celestite, just absolutely amazing. I certainly can. Could you put the high value green opal against the 4mm, please? Could you find the bright green opal and then the 4mm opal? That's it, Johnny. So, right, this is your celestite, okay? And also, it's not really expensive. And considering the amount of work it must be to cut this, because generally the softer the gemstone, the more difficult it is to actually cut. It's really, really affordable. This is your 10mm. I've got it for you today in a 10mm, an 8mm, and a 5 to 6mm. So this one is 223JR, £12.50. Please bear in mind, it is a pale blue. Okay, you can see that it is blue, but it is a pale blue. 223JR, £12.50 for your 10mm bead. So a nice chunky size there on the bead. I believe it's going to be quite durable. They must have stabilized it to get it to actually bead. So it should be durable enough to use in jewelry. I don't have any doubt there. Again, maybe don't use the big sizes in a bracelet. Use them for other pieces of jewelry. And then if you're going to use the little sizes, maybe pad them out with a larger size of something else if you want to use it as a full bracelet. It'd be all right as a bracelet bar. Really pretty color. I totally agree, Jenna. Really lovely, like baby blue. I've got one for neck catch-all on your 10mm. Let me bring you the other sizes there. That's your 10mm. We've then got the 8mm size. And this one's just £11.50 in an 8mm. And again, another brand new gemstone. 8mm 224CY for £11.50. For your 8mm in celestite, 224CY. Now, if you make jewelry with heat and promote healing properties, then this one I think is so unusual. One for Jane Price, Care and Croft, 224CY for your 8mm. One for Louisa Gall and Valerie Spedding. Anyone else for your 8mm? I'll just leave that there as well. And then we've got a 5 to 6mm. Johnny measured a few and he said they were mostly 5.5mm. A 223 from Valerie Spedding, actually. Thank you. Celestite 5 to 6mm. A 224 for Tracy West. The 5 to 6mm is just £8.50. 225DN for £8.50. 5 to 6mm. I've got one for Helen Louise Cole. And I shall do a little demo on the wrist. Look, such a nice colour, isn't it? One for Sharon Barker, one for Care and Croft. That's your 6mm, your 8mm, and your 10mm there. One for Julianne Watts. One for Jenna. Yeah, we can recap the Spiny Oyster and the Mojave, Johnny, please. The first four codes, please. Please. What are you munching on now? It's a bottomless pit. One for Samantha O'Brien. I'm going to recap those codes for you now. 223JR. It will be code 150, 151, 152, 153, and 154. 224CY is your 8mm. Thank you. Leave those ones. Haven't done that yet. Thank you. And 225DN is your 5 to 6mm. So pretty. So impressed. So impressed with their hard work. Okay, right. I've got to give them back to Johnny in the right order. We're all going to get the wrong gemstone. You what? Okay, right. I'm just going to show Jane the green opal with the other green opal. It's wandered off. That one. Sorry, everybody. Assistant 2.0 is too busy eating lychees. So is marketing manager. That's it. Lovely.
Being led astray.
Oh, well, they just take such a long time to peel, Emily, don't they? Quick, buy lots, see what happens. Tracy West would like a 225 whenever you're ready, though, Emily. You know, don't get Lyshey on my laptop. Right, okay, this one, Jane, is the 4mm of the green opal. This is the premium green opal, so the vivid. And you can definitely, I'd say, definitely use that as spaces. Don't you think? I think it looked really nice as spaces, actually. So the 10mm green opal code, which is the premium quality, is 198XI for £14.50. Then would I then bring you, dear? You've never been to China, actually.
Dad.
Yeah. He's trying to kick you out, Johnny. He wants CEO.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
198.
No time for a tea break in our world. We did get coffee today.
It was nice coffee.
It was really nice coffee. 222NH, £4.50 for the 4mm. Okay, that has cured Jane's curiosity there. That's whether that was going to work. That will work, Jane. Right, now Gemma would like to see the Mojave and spiny oyster. So let's do that. So just pop these away. I've got a 198, please, for Candy's trip. Did you get a 225 for Tracy West? Come back to that in a second.
Yeah, we've done that.
We've done that one. 222 for Helen Louise Cole. 222 for Jane Ridge and 198, please.
Wow.
That's a big gap, that is. That's not how you spell Johnny Carl. No, this is what Ed says. That Dad and Dad's mum, Nan, they can't spell Eddie. No.
I can spell my name.
Without an H. So a 222 for Katie Parnell. A 222 for Maria Martinez, please. And a 198. It's like, Right. This is the Mojave, which is a constructed dyed gemstone. This is the 8mm. So this is interesting. Ban user, delete their comments. They were, whoever that was, spamming my YouTube. Right, so and this is the pinks, the blues, and the orange. This is the 8mm. The code is 150MR, and it is £7.50 for your 8mm Mojave. It's constructed and dyed material, but it's very pretty and it's extremely affordable. Yeah, 8mm, 150MR. Oh, I just stopped the camera. Sorry about that. Jonathan, nobody calls him that. 222s, you'll be glad to know, back. 222, 2 for Claire Harmon. She'll be dreaming of all the 222s tonight. Right, okay, what was next? One, that was Gemma's on the 150, 50, 53, 151. 150 for Gemma Crow, please, which is the first SKU. Just the 10mm, Sharon. I'm not sure which gemstone it was you were after. Is it the green opal that you're after? We'll come back to that one in a second. What is used to make Mojave? So they use, so I'm told, turquoise and different types of shell, and it's supposed to then be constructed together with copper. This is what I'm told, Tracy. I'm not 100% sure that's true. If I look at this, maybe it has. I don't think there's a lot of copper in these. Whereas when we deal with the, because it's normally really very expensive, Mojave. So I think when we deal with the Indian material, it's probably a very different quality. When we do the cabs and the stuff that we do in Alex's jewellery, I think it's a slightly different quality. But that's what they say, is it's constructed with turquoise and then different types of shell that are dyed, and then it's constructed together with copper. This one is a 6mm 151 NQ. One of these for Katie Parnell, please.
What number?
151. Thank you. That's the 6mm. Sorry, I knocked you again there, guys. And then 152 is the little rectangles. These are cute, Gemma, if you like these. The other one that we're seeing a lot of here, and there are a lot of dyed materials here, is the impression jaspers, which come in all different colours. I'm not even sure what that's made of. I mean, they say it's jasper, but I'm not 100% sure. But they're very impressive and they're really beautiful colours. We sold a lovely dyed agate yesterday in that beautiful purple, didn't we?
Yeah.
Purples and whites. That was lovely. Right, this is the little rectangles. These are approximately 7mm. This one is 152 mg for £6. Sorry about my shadows. And then I've got the spiny oyster, which is supposed to be from the spiny oyster shell, turquoise and copper. But again, I'm not 100% sure that this is the same material. But it's pretty and it's affordable. 152 for Helen Gray, please, and 2 for Gemma Crow. This is an 8mm. I'd love to see how they dye the gems as well, Candice, but they don't show anyone. So I've never, ever seen it. In all the years I've been doing this job, I've never seen them dye the gemstones. But I guess it's only a matter of time. I'd never seen them stabilize the gemstones until I did. So I shall keep my eye out. I would love to see it. I'd love to see all the treatments. I'd love to see how they impregnate them and how they construct things like this. We love to see everything that goes on behind the scenes. But it's there's so much secrecy. Even when we were last out in China, which I think was the end of last year, and we went behind the scenes into the factories, even some of the cutting, we started to film and they asked us not to film it and not to put anything on social media because it's secret. So they don't like to uncover their machines and the methods they use. So I've got a 153 for Helen Louise Cole, 2 for Gemma Crow, and then I've got a 172 for Beverly Jackson. Oh, Emily's already done that one, hopping up the tracker there. 153JG for £8.50. Right, has anyone decided that they would like to spend £1,300 on a piece of Larimar? Because you'll absolutely make our day if you do that. Would you like to have a quick peep at the £1,300 piece of Larimar, just in case you decide that you would like to spend that on a piece of Larimar? If I had £1,300, I would definitely fill my house with Larimar. I think it looks amazing. Right, let's pop that one away. We didn't have any malachite. Don't put plastic on. We nearly went to a malachite shop today. It was requested. Would you like to go to the malachite shop? And I said yes, and then probably got distracted by another gemstone. So see what I can do tomorrow, Helen, for you. This is the best, not malachite, Larimar. Oh, look, every time it's like breathtaking. Look at that. It's a beauty, isn't it? It's a beauty. This one is the top grade Larimar, 161 PV, £1,300, about 6.8 centimetres tall. Beautifully polished, gorgeous patterns. The very best of the best. Yeah. Just nice to see, isn't it? 161 PV, £1,300. The other one, Johnny, please, and then I'm going to stop the next one down. We've got loads of footage, Candice, that I've never even shared. Just an unreal amount of footage. This is the first time we brought Emily out to China, so normally I'm doing the social media as well as all the other bits. Normally Prakash is with me to do the admin and stuff. So I've got loads of footage of so many parts of the bead cutting process. It's unreal, and all the unusual things I've seen and all behind the scenes that I've just never managed to even get into the folder for Emily to see. So yes, look at this. Look, I don't know which one I prefer actually. I do like that one, but I also like this one. And the trouble is that when you're in the shop, you also like all the other ones, don't you? You're like, this one's really nice, and this one is really nice.
I think it's that was so different with the patterns of Larimar.
Yeah,
So different,
yeah,
aren't
each
they?
one's so unique. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point. I'm sure the king won't miss it if you pop a bit in your hand luggage, Emily says. He's threatening to come to the UK. We've got to get him over. Let's bring the king. This one is 162LU and it is £695, about 5 centimetres tall. Dying to see the manufacturing processes. It's so fascinating. It really is. And I'm so privileged because we go all over the world looking at the differences between each manufacturing process. So we see the difference between the China manufacturing and the India manufacturing. And then in the UK as well, we know stone cutters in the UK. So Ken watches, and we show you behind the scenes what Ken does. And amazing people like Ben Steele, who is an intaglio carver and who's based in Birmingham. And you think I'm so privileged because I get to see so much. I invite myself into so many people's worlds and have a look at the talent that is in our industry. Is just phenomenal amount of talent and imagination. Things like this, where someone's painstakingly sat there and carved it and made sure they've polished every single little bit of a piece, any tiny bit of copper that no one might want in there. They really thought about it. The love and care that goes into these pieces, as well as I have witnessed the ones where people don't care. And you're like, whoa. And how we end up with really poor quality gemstones and poorly cut beads, as well as the really lovely beads. I've seen all of that as well. But this is true talent and passion that goes into making pieces, exceptional pieces for collectors like you and me and people who really appreciate what nature produces. These talented people work on these fantastic pieces, whereas the people that work on the low quality pieces and the poorly cut pieces, you can see that they're just there to earn their money. It's a completely different mindset. When you meet someone like Ken, who is the lepidurist in the UK, one of the leading lepidurists, or the leading lepidurist really, you can see the passion. You talk to him, the passion is there. That's what you need from your cutter. This kind of cutting and polishing is such a calling. It's instinctual skill. It is. That was a tongue twister. It certainly is. This is lovely. I know, I don't really want to put it down. 162, we do actually have to go to bed. It is now, it says 10 to 9 on this computer.
Oh,
so, yay! This says 3:51. So that is the actual time. Right, we are finished. If you're done with us, then we're finished. Thank you so much, everybody. We've had a lovely evening. You can join us tomorrow morning at 9:30 for our Larimar special. That's 9:30 in the morning on Facebook and YouTube, if we're able to stream this way, or maybe we'll just do Facebook. We haven't decided yet. Tomorrow's live, can you tell us what is in tomorrow's live? Yes, we have got a slightly larger but nice polished nugget showcase. So not a cheap, nasty nugget, a nice nugget. So we've got that. We've got some guru beads as a showcase. We've done 8mm guru beads. I can get 10mm, but I don't really understand what I'm buying, and I can't seem to find the answer as to whether that is suitable. So I've just gone 8mm. We've got some bracelet bars in there. We've got some more round, unusual gemstone beads. What did you photograph, Emily?
I got the bracelet bars. I was looking on my phone
to try and work out what we photographed.
Yeah.
The moss agate. Yeah. The moss agate is in tomorrow as well. That's amazing, absolutely amazing. You're going to love that. So there's going to be loads in tomorrow's live. And what day is it tomorrow? Friday. We don't know if we're doing a Saturday live. We're hoping to do a Saturday live, just dependent on our travel back, because we have to travel back to Hong Kong. So it's just dependent on that. So yes. What is going in the pop-up shop? Everything is going in the pop-up shop. Everything that is remaining will go into the pop-up shop, and that has already been populated with yesterday's products. Nice to have pendants to wear, indeed. Larimar pendants tomorrow. How do you register? Arlene says, if you're a new customer, Arlene, email us your email address just put in the email I bought from the live show at info@charmersgems.com. It is rolling across the bottom of the screen here. It's coming up any second now. Info@charmersgems.com. You can message us on Facebook or Instagram. I don't think you can message on YouTube. So it's that easy if you're a new customer. We send you an invoice to pay by email. It takes about 24 hours. Lovely. Thank you, everybody. And good night. Thanks to my lovely helpers here. Thank you to Emily. Thank you to Johnny. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Cheerio. Bye. No, I've not said goodbye. Just a minute. There you are. Goodbye.